You guys are awesome. Okay, so let's say that we're equal now.
That
We're as
sounds more
equal?
equal. Yes, yes.
Ooh, the light in my room suddenly.
Thank you. Because when we are alone, honestly, for me, it's very hard to tell uh, in my own
Well,
console and OBS. But now I have the tools to make it happen fast.
yeah,
But
you've
I
got
just
your
need the
special
feedback. I just need the feedback to know at which level I have to put this like thing.
we are all equal. Yes, we are all equal.
Okay, good,
Yay. All right.
good.
Hey, this is gonna make
I'm
my
happy.
editing so much easier.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I wanted to try at least because now
I'm
I have the
excited.
equipment. So before it was a little bit more complicated without any equipment
Mm.
to figure out. And but now it's yeah, we're happy that we sound better
Yeah.
to improve your experience as well because you've been very nice with us by staying many times
Yes. Sitting
when it
through
wasn't
all
that
of
good.
those echoey streams, we really do appreciate that. Um, Yay. Okay. So, how's it going, Alicia?
I'm good. A bit tired, actually. I already
Yeah,
told you that before that.
we both
So
woke up
I
from
took
naps
a
to
nap
stream.
before
Yeah.
our stream because yeah, I haven't been able to sleep well. But I'm really excited to be here
Me too.
now. It always relaxes me to come here, chat with you, do some art,
Mm.
chat with some of our friends online.
Yeah,
So,
same. I had a
um,
very weird week, so it was nice to know that this was gonna happen. Um, it's weirdly grounding to sit and code with you and hang out with people online. Yeah.
yeah. But for you as well, it was like a calm day. Let's say you
Today
were
was
also
today
tired.
was calm. Yeah, today was calm. I think I have three classes of students that I teach at the moment, and it's a lot. I didn't realize teaching on Zoom would take away so much energy, but it means that like I don't feel like I have so much energy at the end of the day to work on my other projects, which is a bummer. So this morning I just didn't do anything, and now I'm like raring to go. I'm ready.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm excited for our new topic too.
Yeah, we're very happy to give it a try now. I
Okay,
think
you
we haven't
tweeted it out,
explored
right?
this.
You
Yeah,
told
yeah.
people what we were doing in advance.
I put it
Okay,
on the
cool.
website too, some people could be already excited as us. Because Eliza and I have tried ray marching before together when we just first started last year to collaborate,
Mm,
but we did it like before we were streaming live,
mm,
right? So when we were only like on our own
yeah.
testing this collaboration, and I think we only did it twice, right? So so this is
Did we
gonna be
do
like our
Raymarch?
third
Yeah,
time.
we did. We did it twice. Once it took us like the entire time to get anything to
Mm,
show up on this, and the second time we were able to like import a shape and do fun things. Um, yeah,
exactly.
I'm
So now
excited.
we're very excited to try it with all of you here together.
Yes, nerd Mario. Yeah, we're Raymarching. He didn't
Yay!
know.
Today we are ray marching,
Surprise!
one
Yeah.
step ahead.
Yay.
How's everybody, by the way? How's your weekend going for like
Weekend. Yeah, it's Easter
everybody?
weekend. I forgot, and it
Yeah,
gave me a really good. I went to the store and I was like, "It's Easter. I can buy all of the chocolate that I want," and everything was on sale. So that's exactly what I did.
perfect.
I stocked my cupboards with all of the chocolate.
Yeah, yummy.
And my grocery store started stocking Halo Top. I don't know if you know Halo Top, but
What
it's
is that,
this
Halo?
American like healthy ice cream, or like not healthy ice cream, but there's like it's got like more protein in it than normal ice cream and less sugar. So I guess it's supposed to be healthier. Whatever.
No,
I
I don't
saw it and
know
I was like
this.
buying this, trying this because it's been on everyone's Instagrams for forever, and I've never been able to try it because it didn't exist when I lived in North America, and now it exists apparently in Paris. So I'm excited. I bought the
Ah,
birth
okay. Okay. No, I haven't
because it
heard of
sounded
this. Yeah.
colorful. I'll
But
let you know. Good.
if it's like you say from the States, yeah, in here sometimes it's a little bit hard to find like things from like
Yeah,
America or the States and
I was shocked when
like
I saw it.
yeah,
I was
okay.
shocked.
Okay.
And like I'm not when it comes to like sweets, usually I want them to be like real sweets, not vegan or anything, because generally vegan sweets taste like cardboard.
Mm.
But I have high hopes for Halo Top.
Somebody asked
Um,
which flavor you got.
I bought birthday cake because I wanted it to be
Birthday
colorful, and I think
cake.
yeah, I was like,
Oh,
What?
that's gonna be a
Salted
bomb.
caramel? That sounds so much like an adult thing to pick. Uh, salty caramel or like chocolate fudge. So I picked birthday cake. I think it'll just have a lot of sprinkles in it. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
We'll see. I'll take a
I'm always
picture of it
curious about
later.
those flavors like
Yeah.
bubblegum ice
Well,
cream. And
did you when we did GitHub Universe, did you get that popcorn?
yes, but I only
Did
like
you get
one
the
of
birthday
them.
cake?
Yes, I didn't
Okay,
like it. I didn't like it. Did you like
oh
it?
my god, I sat at my table and I just like ate the whole bag.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
No,
was like,
for me
this
it
is
was
so
just too
gross.
weird.
So
It was
good.
just too much
Yeah.
sugar and like
But there's
mixes of
something about
things.
it. When it's like that gross and wrong,
Ah, okay.
yeah, I can't stop. It's almost just like, well, it's all of the sugar, obviously. I'm totally a sugar fiend, like
Then
in
you're
the
gonna
worst
love
way,
the
but
ice cream for sure.
in the best way. Yeah. I, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think in the long run, it's probably no good to have as much sugar as I generally have. But I will say that years ago, I went to Cuba with my friend. And my strategy in Cuba, because a lot of the food, especially the food is generally great, but the meat can be really iffy. And so I would stick to eating only desserts because we went to, like, I was really, really young. And so it was like our first vacation. So we did that awful thing that North Americans do where they go to like an all inclusive for a week or whatever. And we went and I was
Oh.
like, I only ate desserts. And she ate all of the meat and she ended up getting a worm in her stomach, like an
Uh,
actual like parasite. It
yeah,
was
I
so
know.
bad. And I was totally fine because all I did was eat ice cream and sweets. So I think that that's just stayed with me ever since.
Yeah, this could happen as well back home, like in Mexico too. Like if you eat too
Really?
much in this street food that we have,
Oh,
because there's a
I
lot of
think
street food in Mexico. Like not only like the tacos that probably a lot of foreigners know about, but like you can buy fruit, you can
mm,
buy like candy, different snacks, and depending where you are, some of them might not be very sanitary. Some of them, yes.
really?
So
Okay.
so depending on where you are, like yeah, you could totally get this because
Even if you're local?
you do because at least me as a Mexican that I lived there for like a big chunk of my life until I was 24. When I grew up, like I remember my mom would give us this thing. I don't even know how to translate, but we would have like some seasons where we would be disinfected, and we would have
Really?
to drink this little medicine that they
No
would buy
way.
for all the family, and we will drink
Okay.
this. I don't remember if it was like for a day or two. Like in the mornings, you drink it with like some vitamin C, and it's supposed to kill
What?
parasites in case you have them in your
In case you
stomach.
have them. Smart though. I
So
always thought, because my sister went to Mexico when she was like 12 with like her Girl Guide troop, and they told them to be careful with like drinking water that wasn't bottled. But the
mm,
like I guess the thinking was that if you grew up there, then your stomach had like all of the protective enzymes or whatever. Street
yeah,
tacos is the best way to add some cooler Kevlar to
yeah.
your stomach.
Mm.
Okay, noted. And yes, Pumperdad, I will check out Oppo low calorie ice cream. Although I don't know if I like the branding on that low calorie ice cream should
Extra
not be low
points if you
calorie.
go with street seafood. Oh yes, yes,
I
that's
would
true
have
with
such
Mario. I got so sick one time
really I would
because
have
of that.
trouble saying no to that because it all smells so good.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
just
it
want
does.
to eat all the things.
I mean, the good thing too is that you develop a stomach, right? Just
Yeah,
because you eat all of this
yeah,
stuff. So at some point, like the parasites don't even like do anything because you're eating like, at least that's what they say as well. I remember when I was back home that when foreigners
really.
come and if they try to eat or go on board like a native Mexican eating all this street food, they might get sick
Yeah,
faster because they're
yeah,
not
yeah.
used to eating all of this and you know like
I
sometimes
think my
the
sister
system
ate.
gets used to so they develop
Yeah,
a reaction against this
yeah.
already but
You
when you're
develop
new
the immunity. My
exactly
sister, I think she ate like fruit that had been washed or something. And she came back, but it was the last day, so it wasn't so bad. But my friend in Cuba, she like couldn't stand. We had to like hustle her through the airport to get her on the plane to get her home. She was like on the ground. She could not move. And then she got back to Canada and they're like, you have a worm in your system. And she was like, oh my God, it's so bad. And I was like, that's what you get. Next time, just eat cake. Anyways,
interesting
Ray
conversation.
marching.
Haven't thought about that in a long time honestly so that's fun. Yeah, so what should we do? I guess like let's first try to build up a scene
Yeah. So what are the
And then we can
elements we
choose one
need?
of the shapes from Inigo.
Yeah.
Wonderful resources, which by the way, maybe we can, let's look for Inigo's website and put it
Yeah.
in the chat already, because we're gonna be using that today. Let me,
I love that he's in the top 4. When you type Inigo into Google, Inigo Montoya,
yeah.
Inigo Skirim, I don't know Inigo Skirim, or Inigo Jones. I think maybe those are video game characters. And Inigo Quiles is top 4.
Oh,
So
I had
fun.
no idea.
But Inigo Montoya, that's funny.
Mm.
All right. Oh man, if we get good enough at ray marching, my dream is to make fractals. Like that's my
Yes, we
dream.
can jump on that too. We should totally as well try. I think we talked about this. What is it called? I forget the name. That it looks like nature cells.
Nature cells? Hmm.
There's
Is
a
that
term.
like
Sometimes I'm so bad at this like programming
not fractal?
terms. No, it's not fractal. Voronoi.
Oh, Lauren, I thought I was gonna say that, and then
Voronoi.
I second guessed myself. Mario's got us. He's obviously self
Ah,
proclaimed
thank
moderator.
you. Yes,
React
thank you,
diffusion
Mario.
also. I did definitely want to. That's been popping up everywhere for me lately. React
Yeah.
diffusion. I feel like it's like a sign that I should look into it again. Um,
For me, I don't even know what's that. What is React
like
diffusion?
it's like it just like kind of like bleeds out if we're thinking of the same thing. I saw some
Ah,
really
yeah.
funky
I see
funky
now.
looking 3D Voronoi.
Okay.
I loved it. It looked so good.
Okay, this is a
Um,
bit cellular too, like nature inspired, like the Voronoi too
yeah.
pattern that I was talking about.
Voronoi for some reason has always kind of like confused, not confused me, but eluded me, made me nervous, and so I don't go near it. I don't know why. It's like supposedly a type of. It showed up when I googled like different types of noise. It showed up, and I was like, "Is Voronoi noise?" And then I was like even more
Mm.
confused because in my mind it was like
Well, it's a
cellular.
pattern, a cellular pattern, I would say. It's
It's like
inspired
packed.
from
It's like
nature, like
packed shapes.
mhm,
Feels
like
but yeah.
hexagons or, but
Hmm.
like moving and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not so complicated. I was trying it when I just started with shaders, like very basics. I jumped ahead and I thought it was very complicated, but I was just starting with shaders. So I think if I
Yeah.
would take a look at that again, I don't think it's that complicated.
You should definitely put on our
So
list
we
then.
should try another session to
Yeah.
take a look at it.
I'm
There's
into
this
it. I
book
think
called The Art of Code. Uh,
the
in
nature of code, no? Oh no, the art
natures.
of code. Yeah,
I
I know who
think
you're
the
talking about.
art
I
of
love
code.
his YouTube. He like breaks down a lot of math
Yeah,
concepts,
the
no?
art of code. Yeah, he has a few videos on Voronoi that I was watching when I was like switching from P5 to shaders,
Mhm.
and it was good to follow him. Like I like him.
Yeah, me too. How was I not subscribed to him? I definitely
I'm
used to
gonna
be.
put the link in here. Oh, Char is here. Hello, Char. It uses a noise
Sure.
function, I think, to get
Hey.
the random
It uses a
centers.
noise function, I think, to get the random centers. Oh, okay,
Okay.
cool. So I wasn't totally off.
Yeah, could be.
Amazing.
Yeah, happy to see you here, by the way, Char. Probably
Yeah.
the first time since we are like in afternoon, in a decent
Hmm.
time.
I think it's an easier time zone for people
Yeah,
in the other side of the world for sure. Okay. So what do we need to create a ray marcher? We need a camera.
yeah, I'm gonna remove my hello now.
We need a scene. Basically, we're building like a 3D universe.
Yeah, and in fact,
So all of
I left three things, if you see, like commented on the pen for us already for
okay.
Raymarch.
Oh yeah, ray
So
marchers.
the
Oh
max
yeah, I
steps,
remember this.
the max distance, and the epsilon. Just because I figure like these three things we shall not forget, and I'm just gonna leave them there so we
We
can
had this
implement them later.
conversation in the past, but epsilon, remind me, is just a teeny tiny number, right?
Yeah, for the ones that don't know what epsilon
Exponentially
means,
small number.
is mathematically speaking, yeah, exactly, is when you have a number that is close to zero but is infinitely small. So, and then they
Like,
just call it epsilon.
is it an imaginary number?
I don't think it's imaginary. Not that I
Do we have
can
any mathematicians
remember.
in the room? to that note, I watched a video on imaginary numbers on like number file once, and it blew my mind. But maybe that's not what epsilon is. Okay. Sorry, I dust on my keyboard.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna scratch the color because we don't need a color when we do ray march.
No? Yeah, let's start in black and white.
And
So we have at least two functions that we're going to create outside of our main function, ray march and scene.
yeah,
And eventually
I was gonna start with the cam position first.
okay, is that inside the main? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's maybe let's look at those first and then we'll focus on the ones outside. So
yeah.
First the camera, which is gonna be, I'm gonna put it here, or X, Y, and Z axis, suppose. Then we can start by zeroing them. And I'm gonna put one in the Z axis just because when I've been learning ray marching in a lot of the templating, that's what I've seen.
Yeah,
so that you can see your object on the screen. We can tweak this number that we're writing later when we hide the object to see better how like each of these things work.
Camera position is basically like what we see on the screen.
Yeah, exactly.
You're positioning your position in
that's what I was talking about, the three axis. How was it? Like I learned with
that is like
this.
far to
yeah,
this
exactly.
way. Yeah.
And then X and Y. Return null number, yeah.
How did someone explain that to me once? And it totally like my head exploded. It was like
the camera
Z was like no, just like X, Y, and Z. It was like Z was to close to far from you, and then Y or X was like right to left. And I was like, okay, but then what's Y? And he was like standing next to me, and he said, crouch down on the ground. And I was like, okay. So I crouch, and he's like, now stand up. And I stood up. He's like, that's Y. And I was like, oh wow, okay.
Okay.
Because the finger position is confusing. Like,
yeah. This is what I learned from Matt in his course. He was like,
yeah,
it makes
I remember
sense
this.
too,
but then like, what if
like,
you put your fingers in the wrong direction?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you have to like think.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just an arbitrary small number. Cool. Okay, so we have our ray direction, and our camera is what shoots the ray to the object. That allows us to see the object, basically.
And then
I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of stressed that Shara's here because she's the one who taught us ray marching. She's gonna be like,
well, then it's nice because if we made a mistake, she can help us and fix it. So it's gonna be actually like a good judge. From us, like trying ray marching. I continue like defining the ray direction because we're gonna need the camera. We're gonna need in ray marching you have these rays in order to render the 3D, which for people using any other like I imagine like even Blender or for cinema or even 3ds, you need these things in order to render your 3D stuff. And the ray needs to be normalized.
Yes. So the ray is going to be a specific amount, specific length. And then you have a normalized ray direction, and you have I guess how big your ray step is, which is usually because your starting point is your camera position. I guess you would add your ray direction to it, and then it would continue to be added on as you go until you hit whatever it is that you want to create in space.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's
remember
clear.
We put a note in here that the ray direction is like the depth of field. And please, people, correct me if I'm wrong, but the ray direction is the depth of field in 3D.
I think maybe ray length would be the depth of field because it's literally how deep your space is before you hit the object. I also have to go get some noon sun soon. Yes. Well, we're happy you're here, Char, but also definitely get that sun. I did that today. It is very lovely. I've been taking mini breaks outside, sitting in the sun for like 20 minutes and reading a book. Crazy
Oh.
how like what it does for you. I mean, for me, I don't
Mm.
know, just dividing your screen time up like that. 20
Oh,
minutes is
now
not
that you
so
said
long, but it
reading,
feels long.
how are you doing with your reading, by the way, this year? Is it going well? Like, are you
Um,
going following through with the
so
books?
yeah, I've been so I have because I'm doing my I have that yoga teacher training that I'm trying to complete. So I in the morning when I'm having my coffee, I read my like yoga books that I'm supposed to read. But then I started reading. I transitioned during COVID to short stories because my attention span has completely been obliterated. So I read the Ted Chiang books. I don't know if you guys are
Mm-mm.
familiar with Ted Chiang, but if you ever saw Arrival, that movie was based off one of his short stories. And so he's got two books, and they're really wonderful, and they're kind of like sci-fi-y, but they also just talk about like humanity, and they're really, really good. And I highly recommend. I would show them to you, but they're far away.
Yeah, no,
But
no
there,
worries.
it's easier because if I put the book down and don't pick it up for like 3 weeks, it's a
Mm.
short enough story that I can remember where
Ah, okay.
the details,
And
and I
maybe
don't
you're
feel
hooked
so
up
guilty.
too. Like you're hooked to the story because that happens to me. Like if I'm reading a book that I'm really hooked, then I will like finish it soon. Rather,
Yes.
if I'm not hooked, then I might drop it for some months and then come back at
Well,
it again. So,
there's this other book that I've been reading for forever, but the author, if you know the website Brain Pickings, it's this like woman who Maria Popova, I think her name is, and she like just kind of brings together all of these like authors and thinkers and quotes them and stuff, and she wrote a book, and it's this amazing story, but her writing is so like beautiful that it's like every sentence in my head is like and I'm like whoa, and I need to like really appreciate the way she strings the words together, and so I read like 2 pages every 3 months, and it's the slowest read I've ever had in my life,
ah,
but it's so like satisfying. But I could continuously forget the story because it's all about
mm.
scientists and time and feminism and all of these things, but it's really, really good.
Is that the
But
book
yeah,
with illustrations that you have that you put once on Instagram?
no, there's no illustrations in that one.
Ah, okay.
um which
Because it
book? Oh
sounded
no,
like
that's the mind map book I think you're thinking of.
ah,
That book
okay.
is great, but that one you could pick it up, flip to any page, and you're gonna be like taken on a trip.
By the way, Char said that she got that book, probably the first one that you were mentioning about this person.
Oh, Ted Chiang,
Yeah,
yay.
probably. I think so. When
It's
you
so
mentioned
good.
that one.
It's ugh, yeah, and short story books are great because if you don't like one of the stories, you don't have to feel guilty. You
Mm-hmm.
still have 10 other stories to pick from in the book, and you'll still be like satisfied. Um, I love that she received it from like an anonymous sender. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why?
and Nick
Why? By the way,
Carrera
are you
also.
like in
Yeah,
some book club,
Escalation.
or why? Why did you receive it from I didn't understand why. Why did you receive it from anonymous?
I don't know. She says she doesn't know who sent it to her, but then every now and again, I see these posts on Instagram being like, if you
Really?
repost this, you'll get a free book in the mail. And I
Really?
totally sent one to someone once, but I never got one back, so I don't do it anymore. But yeah, I was really
Okay.
bummed. I was like, I want a secret book. I never got one.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds like a
I'm so
book
glad that
club or
everyone's
something.
into Ted Chiang. He also just did a podcast episode with the guy from Vox
This is so
about
weird that
why
somebody
he
sent.
doesn't
Sorry, but I'm
think.
still like, who sends a book and then, like, why would you even know? It freaks me out. But you
Did you
remember
get the Exhalation or the first one?
it was sent
It
to
was sent to
Charlotte.
Charlotte instead of Char, so I think they might. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's so funny.
Uh,
Oh, you have your full name is written the French way, Charlotte with two T's. That's so fun. But Ted Chiang, yeah, he did a podcast episode also recently with a guy from Vox, about why he doesn't think that AI will take over the world, which I thought was really reassuring. I haven't
oh,
listened
okay.
to it yet though, so I can't attest to it being good or bad. But
Mm.
if you like his stories,
Yes,
yay,
she got that book.
Exhalation. So fun.
Yeah.
I love that everyone enjoys the books. Um, okay, so you created,
Yeah,
we've
by the
got
way,
all
I
of
wanted
our initial pieces.
yeah, And we don't have a railing here. That's what I wanted to say. Because remember, I think this was part of like the conversation we had the back that we kind of renamed some of the stuff.
Oh, right, ray step was ray length, I think. We did it
The railing
together.
was the race step for us. Because
Yeah,
that
because it's like the
mm,
step is a certain amount, it's a certain length, and
then
then it
that
gets
would be
like
the depth of field you were saying, right?
um I don't yeah
Because this
I
is
don't know
that
if I see
part.
it that way because depth of field to me is like when on a camera you can like turn the thing and the camera it doesn't matter where you are in space, but you can like blur or not blur. But if you like to think of it that way,
Mm,
then definitely add the comment. But I like to think of ray step as kind of like
mm.
vectors, I guess, that you would chain together heading towards your object.
That's true, but the ray direction, that's the one that I sometimes like to have it less as abstract for even for me, for myself, and for others.
Is ray
So,
ray direction?
yeah, the ray
You
direction,
find
like the light.
well, because you have your object in space, right?
Mm,
You need to point your ray at it.
mm.
Wouldn't that be ray direction? What would you rather call it?
No, no, no. The name is fine in this substance. I just was trying to find like another like a
For the
comparison.
comment,
Like if you had a
yeah.
camera, like what would that be? Would that be like the depth of field?
I
Would
don't know.
that be like
I don't
that
know.
kind of like
Honestly,
a metaphor, more like
having handled a camera for many years, I still get really thrown off by like all of the terminology that has to do with the camera. So I'm not a good person to ask. I really like this because it's like ray direction and then steps towards the object.
mm,
But yeah, any analogies? We take analogies if anyone has any.
yeah, exactly. Somebody
We're
else
totally
has
open
an
to them.
opinion because I
Yeah,
like analogies, especially like with this 3D stuff
yeah.
to
Anytime it's
kind of
unclear, we it's good to find an analogy that works for you. Um,
so we have everything we need on the main now. So we have
yeah.
the camera, the ray direction. We make sure to normalize that, and then we have the ray step, which
We know why we have to normalize it.
the normalization is so that it's oh, to explain this. Somebody can help me, but I believe that normalization is in order so that it stays in between
0 and 1.
0 and 1, yeah, in just these
Oh, right,
values,
because you
so
need
it
it to
doesn't
stay
go
above.
like too far away, so
Yeah.
that you have less prompt to errors. It's what I so far remember from where I've
Yeah.
been learning, so that you normalize it
It
so
gives
that
you more
yeah, you have
control,
less
I
prompt
guess.
to errors and it's between 0 and 1.
Zero, yeah, zero. You want it to be above the 0 and the number line, but you don't want it to go too far either. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah. But this is why we want to do ray marching to be able to feel more
Ah, so I'm
sure
not wrong.
about
So
this.
I'm not wrong. It is like a vector. That's the whole point. Is like magnitude normalized is a vector, a single vector.
Oh, that I don't know. But
I'm
yeah,
yeah, it is. I
okay.
know I'm not wrong about that. That's
Ah,
Dan
okay.
Schiffman. He's like drilled it into my head.
Ah, okay.
Um, so you chain vectors together to go
Mhm.
toward to go in a direction, which is why
Mhm.
ray direction normalized. Whereas magnitude is like an arrow that points, but that could be any length.
Ah,
A
okay.
single
That's what you
vector
mean.
is like
Okay.
one,
Okay.
and then you keep adding them. So then ray step, you take camera position plus
Mhm.
that first direction, and you
Mhm.
keep adding, and then eventually you hit your object.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
There's definitely ray marching in 2D. Yeah, there's definitely like a GIF somewhere online if we need to we can find one. But I think we get where we're going.
Yeah.
Um, shall we make the um what
We
could
should
we
make
do
the
next?
ray
A
march
scene?
function, which is
Okay,
gonna
ray
be
march
like our
function.
scene.
Yeah. No, it's separate from the scene, isn't it?
No, is the ray march is? Oh no. Yeah, you're wait.
So ray march
I have
takes
to
ray
look.
direction and ray step, so we might as well make that function first.
Yeah, that's true.
So okay.
Yeah, the scene is separate. I had to look because I'm like,
Okay to look. It's okay to look. Ray
I have to
march.
remember. Oh
Um,
yeah, now I found like a nice graphic about what we're explaining. I'm gonna put it in the screen for a second.
okay.
Okay.
I'll just create the base for this function.
So I'm putting in the screen this like little graphic for the ones that are learning with us. I really like this article, but I haven't read it now in half a year. But when I was doing more ray marching with Char last summer, I found this article from Jamie Wong.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know if
It's the best
some of you have.
tutorial. It's the best
It's so
tutorial.
good. I really liked it, and here is like kind of like the graphic and trying to explain where we had our camera position, the rays, and in order to be able to see our 3D object once. Now I'm back, and you already started.
I created like the super base because I know that I know the ray march function takes the ray direction and the ray step, and I know that it returns the background color. I know that we need to define a start step. So I'm going to comment that here. Define a start step. So where do we start from in our scene? And
we used to have this kind of resetting to 0 steps first.
Yes.
And then call it like, reset to 0 steps.
That we know, whoops, I didn't spell that right. So it's kind of like you're wiping the thing clean.
Yeah,
I don't know how to say that in English, but we understand.
And then we had something called current distance. So we know where we are, which is like in the beginning, nothing.
0. In the beginning, there was nothing.
And then
I think we have, we're resetting everything. So we have ray depth. Step. We're putting it at 0. And I think, if I remember, there was this funny thing that confused me for a long time, but we have ray length, which is basically ray direction.
What you were talking before, that when I said like the depth of field is the ray direction, and then you said, oh no, it's the ray length. But we didn't have a ray length in the main, so then I was confused and I forgotten that we define the ray length as ray direction in the ray march function.
Because in the main function, you're sending your ray direction into the ray march function, and that's why you're setting it as ray length. And then ray step gets factored in at a later moment. But we need to get to that later moment for it to all make sense. So if people are like, what are you talking about? We'll get there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's after? We need to shoot the ray. Yeah. We're gonna send the ray out into the universe. Ray marching is very much kind of like, it's very like godlike, because when you're working in like Three.js or Unity, you get everything set up for you to begin with. But here you really get to sketch out the whole thing. Like you literally start out with like a black pixel universe.
Here's what we need for steps, which actually I had.
Thank you for the sound effects, Mario.
I left the caps on. By the way, we have predefined, since on a template that we had, 3 variables that are what is it called?
Integers?
Integer?
Yeah, it's an integer.
Yeah.
People get confused. Integer. It's an integer in English.
Yeah, exactly. I cannot. It's one of those.
But so it's like not a floating point number, and so that's for the maximum amount of steps our ray marcher can take.
Yeah, but I wanted to say that we defined those variables like with uppercase, just so that we remind to ourselves that those in GLSL as well need the word const in order. Because otherwise GLSL sometimes, you know how it is now, it's hard to debug, because if you forget like here a semicolon and you're like going crazy, what do I have wrong, if you don't have like a proper error console, it's not forgiving with like as well the floating numbers, and you forget the dot. So it's the same, if you forget the const, then it will not work, and then you're gonna think like, Why is my variable not working? So, which has happened
That's,
to us. So.
yeah. Actually, that's what one of the fun things was with using Char's tool last week or 2 weeks ago was that in the console you get almost proper debugging. It lets you know
Hmm.
anyways if you mess
Yeah,
it
that
up.
was very nice, Char. Looking forward to
She had
see
she had to
when you
go. I
dive a
just
bit
saw
deeper.
that she left. Bye.
Ah, okay.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
I mean, she's already gone, but
Ah, okay. Yeah.
thank you for coming. Excuse me, I need to blow my nose again.
Yeah, no problem. I'm continuing making the little loop where we're gonna shoot the ray and where we had the max steps. At the moment we had 200, by the way, for the ones that are wondering, just because it's a value that as well we have learned through other like tutorials and people who teach us. But these numbers we can tweak later once we have an object so that you can understand better with us what that means if
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't know if
moment
there's.
you have no idea.
I would assume that it would probably be depending also on like how many things you generate in a ray marching world. If you have too many steps, like you create too deep of a universe, it probably asks a lot of your computer.
Mm.
But that's just me. I'm just guessing. I could totally be wrong. Um, and I figure also that around a number like 100 or 200 is probably like it feels complete.
Mm.
Um, okay, so we have, oh yes, the for loop. So we have our steps. We put in our current distance.
I'm
Yes,
just
so
gonna,
now we get to make our scene function. Yay,
yeah,
all of
I'm
our.
gonna put it a little bit empty just because I had to define it here because
Mhm.
our current distance needs to
You
have
just
the
put
railing
your
with the scene.
transfer out. Yeah,
Exactly. So I just wanted to put something so that we can remember that we have that.
I
So
put
I think
return
that's
zero
enough.
so there's no
Yeah,
error. But otherwise, does
I
it
think
take
that's
anything?
enough.
I think it takes a position.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that there. But okay,
And then we can
so
continue with the ray depth again. No, that I already had. So
um, we have our current distance. We have, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, you do ray depth equals plus equals current distance. And then
we need the ray length,
ray
which was the
length,
third one. As you
which
see, we
is
were like
current.
going in the same order that we started to reset them. Current distance, ray depth, ray
Yeah,
length. We That's how we decided to organize them here in the loop. As well, this comes from learnings from other people too, no? So,
yes, but I like this because then it reads kind of like a story. I like it when it makes
mm-hmm.
sense that way.
Yeah, me too.
Um,
Current distance. And we're gonna
I'm
like
having
put
flashbacks to the like existential questions that we had while we were coding this the first time.
yeah. Yeah, I remember when it wasn't working, we were like, oh, what's happening?
2 hours it took us the first time. I don't even think we
Mm-hmm.
made a video for it in the end because
I feel
it was
like
so
it was even longer, and
laborious.
then it was
Yeah.
like we didn't have anything. So I'm gonna go ahead here up. We had the
Justin
epsilon
Dupree,
and
I
short
switched from using the
distance.
browser-based stuff to. Is that GLSL viewer from Book of Shaders? Patricia's tool, Dustin?
Which one?
Dustin was saying that he switched from using browser-based stuff to GLSL viewer because he wanted to output image sequences.
I think that's the tool from Patricio, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's the
Not.
one I definitely. I'm like 99.9%. Yeah, made by the same person. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, current distance. If it's smaller than a teeny tiny number, we're returning zero.
Yeah.
Right, that's just a placeholder. I think we have to put a
Yeah,
different thing later.
it's a placeholder. So.
And if ray depth is greater than
I'm just gonna.
ray march max distance,
Mm-hmm.
we've gone too far. Oh, right. Let me comment that so that we know what these are placeholders for. So this first one is to check that we're inside the scene. So this is where the magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we want to be.
So as
and
long
then
as
ray
our
depth.
current distance is lower than this little number,
Mm.
we're gonna have our object there.
Yeah, and then this is like if ray depth is greater than our distance, right? If it gets past the 200 mark, which we set above, then we're outside of the bounds of our universe,
Yeah.
and nothing will happen. Okay,
And
cool.
something, just a little thing that I wanted to say is for some people that maybe are like getting started with this and maybe they haven't even done too much JavaScript
Hmm.
or another of these Boolean languages. When you have the if and then we are returning, this is basically like maybe you have found examples online where this is inside this brackets is called. So,
Yeah,
but in
yeah.
order to write just a little bit less code, especially because we are only returning like the background color, for example, here and here
Mm.
at vector 4, we don't have like more stuff here, right? So then you can avoid that. The brackets is the same as in JavaScript, and then just return right away what you have. I just wanted to say that because I remember
It's
when I
helpful
was
to explain
learning.
that.
Yeah, when I was learning and I
Yeah.
would see examples
What
like
is
this,
happening?
I was like, oh, what is this? But usually they have these brackets, so I would be like so confused. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
same. No, it is very helpful to mention that. Side note, Dustin saying he's working through the book of shaders, and when he skips ahead, his mind is blown. You can follow along. Still, I'm only fluent in the basics. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I also sometimes I think I'm only fluent in the basics, and then I realize it depends. I think just keep playing around with it. It all becomes intuitive.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
be patient. I think we all started like that, I was gonna say, because I just started like
yeah.
last year with the Book of Shaders,
And
literally like
I still
almost
go
a
back.
year ago. Yeah,
I still go
exactly.
back to the beginning of the book. I've been reading the book of shaders for 3 years. I go
Yeah.
back all the time, and I'm like, oh right, and then you understand something differently,
Mm-hmm.
um,
True.
which is totally fine. Um,
I
it
always
is a
say
book
like
of
it
for
feels like
life.
learning
Yeah,
any language, even when you speak like a language, to speak and you're learning. Like in the beginning, you hear this foreign
yeah,
language and you're like, I don't understand. But then if you
totally.
want to learn it or have to learn it, then slowly like you start understanding words, maybe not the conversation
Hmm.
yet, and it's gonna be like that
The
with the Book of Shaders.
nuances and all of that.
Yeah, you will
I think
understand
that
some
that's
things.
for everything. Like even I've been doing yoga for years, and
Mm.
still, sometimes something that I've definitely visited and encountered like every morning for the last 20 years, suddenly I'll see completely differently. I'll be like, how did I not notice that until now? And then my whole body moves different. And I think it's probably the same with shaders. Like once you understand a function inherently, all of a sudden all these doorways open up.
Mm-hmm.
Like with for me with mod and mix with you because you use it so often. The
Oh,
graph,
oh,
yeah. And Emilo, hey,
hello,
hey,
Danielle.
thanks for
Hola.
joining. I
Yeah,
really I
thanks.
love that we have repeat viewers. It makes me really
Yeah,
happy.
I'm really glad
Like
to see you.
such a lovely
Because
group of people
Mario and Danielle have been here like since the first one, I feel.
waking up very early to join. So we much appreciate.
Yeah. But
Um,
now it's not so early, I think, for them. So it's cool.
no,
So.
no, but they still get gold stars because they used to wake up
Mm.
considerably early. Okay, so where are we? We have the base of our universe. Should we outline the base of our scene and then start combining?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay,
now we
so what
can
goes in
really
our scene
outline
function?
the base of our scene.
Um, I guess in
So
our scene we need to put a shape.
yeah, exactly. Now is the time that I'm gonna put the Inigo on screen so that we can choose. I thought that
We
maybe
want
today we can choose two shapes. You can choose one and I choose one, and then we'll
to.
have like two 3D things
Okay,
like floating
let me
around.
pull it up. Inigo
I put it on
red.
the screen for everybody so that they can see what we're gonna pick. I'm gonna see first and see what to try this time. I feel like I probably gonna try something that I haven't tried yet.
We did the Taurus last time.
I
I
think
mean,
I'm
I would
gonna
say my
try
shape
the
is
cap
really
Taurus. I'm gonna grab
the
that one,
cat.
which is like this shape, kind of like this
Oh,
horseshoe.
oh, cool. Okay. Oh, yeah, the capped Taurus. Okay.
I will
Well, why
take that
don't
one.
we try and put a capped Taurus inside the outline of the cube thing that was just above it?
Yeah, yeah. So
We should have them
grab
spinning.
that one. I will grab this one, and then let's bring it to the template. I will take.
What's the URL for that? Because I'm on Inigo's
Ah,
regular page.
okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat again, because Mario put it there earlier, so I grabbed it from there.
Wait, I'm not in the. Hold on, I need to get onto Twitch on my computer.
Or should I send it to you? Hold on,
If you want, you can send it to me. Is it gonna open in your screen? Okay.
No, like in our chat. So.
Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you have to open it in here.
Yeah, I always have open.
Yay! I'm excited. Box frame. It's a very unsexy name, but we'll take it. Box frame. All right. So you've got your capped torus, and just underneath, I'm going to put box frame. Cool. What are these guys take? P for position, I'm going to assume. Oh, these are very esoteric variable names. Raw, 𝗶, 𝗹, and P.
Yeah. What I recommend is that we copy kind of like as a float s01e08 and all the parameters. I always do that. Just copy all the parameters and everything, and let's bring it in the scene so that we don't forget how many parameters we need in order to define this thing.
Oh, okay. Good call.
So that we can say, for example, I can call mine 𝗏𝗀𝗀 equals sd_𝗏𝗀𝗀.
Oh, okay.
Because we need to now kind of create
box frame. Right, I see.
And then since we have the parameters, it's gonna be easier to
do you know what the difference is? For example, my function doesn't have the prefix of in. It just has regular variables, whereas yours has in. Do we know what that is for?
Actually, I have no idea. Hold on a second. Good catch, because I didn't think of that. Let me see the others. Ah, yeah, you're right. When I tried the box and the sphere, they don't have this in.
Does anybody know in the comments? That's a very hard thing to Google. Like, what does in mean?
Is that the integer thing?
No, int would be. I think it just means like it's receiving, but that's why I'm confused, because wouldn't all of the functions have an in? What is the in suffix?
No, and in fact, only the 𝗏𝗀𝗀 has that. Only that one, actually. No, the cone too. Sorry, the cone has that. Just a few of the shapes have this in. So this is gonna be interesting. Then we'll see how we will make it work when we put
I don't think that it'll change anything in how it works for us, because the functions will still function. But I wonder just what it is. But it's also impossible to Google in. It's like not gonna.
Well, he has a shader toy example. For example, we can check that out. I click on the shader toy.
Okay.
Wow, I'm supposed to have a better internet now, and it's still slow.
Oh no. Maybe everyone's at home. Didn't you guys get put back on lockdown?
Yeah. Which
everyone's on the internet.
Yeah, probably. But not yet, because it's sunny, and I can still see the sun as of 9 p.m.
Oh, you guys don't have a curfew, do you?
Yeah, at 9 p.m. is the curfew.
It's a normal one. Ours is at 7. So stupid.
At 7?
Like, yeah. And it used to be at 6, so now we all think we have so much more freedom, but we don't.
Yeah. Well, at least in here at 9 you can go out, but alone.
You can go out here with a paper.
Yeah, it's the same here, and you have to be like one person.
Yeah. If I put on leggings and sneakers, I can say that I'm doing my daily running. I can run to my friend's house.
Oh my god, I can't.
Anémolo. It just makes things explicit. That's what I was thinking.
Okay,
so it's in and out.
Things explicit.
Explicit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like for clarity's sake. That's what I was thinking.
Because the shader toy never opened for me.
Okay, so why don't I just add it to mine? Because we like explicit. I'm gonna add it to mine.
I have no idea what he had to explicit that one in there.
I think he probably just, I don't know. It's probably like a habit thing. Sometimes you do it. Sometimes
Could be.
Don't. But we like explicit, so I'm gonna add it to my box frame. All right, cool. We're in business.
And for now, I'm gonna return your box frame for now. So
Okay.
we go step by step. And let's define, for example, a vector 3 first. Both of us, we need to define that.
Where are you? Oh, I see.
In the captors. So basically just a vector 3. And we have this position here, right? Which let's keep it pause, or should we call it? No, let's keep it pause. So normally in all of these 3D things that we take from Inigo, in the first vector 3, normally we need to grab the position, like the axis. So I would break it like pos x, pos y. Probably you need to do the same, I assume. And
but if you leave it, won't it take all of them? Because it's already a vector 3?
Yeah, you could, but
okay, just for clarity.
You could totally. That's right. What Eliza said, you can just leave it like this, vector pause. But I wanted to grade them because maybe if at some point we don't see it on the screen, we might need to tweak the position set, and then we can say, for example, plus 0.5 or something. So then it's good that we broke it already into 3.
I agree. Good anticipating.
Because this, I remember, this was one of the problems that we had before with ray marching, that we were like, we couldn't see the shape, and we were like, what's happening?
Yes.
We have everything right. We have everything right. And it was just like a post.
It was like behind our camera.
Yeah, exactly. So we just needed to push it. So that's why nowadays I prefer to first grade the 3, and then if in the end I don't need to, then you can like just have pause. But
cool. I wonder what B is for the box frame. I guess that would be the box. I'm going to assume that B stands for box. Yeah. So you're in capped torus. So you have the position, and then you have SC, RA, and RB. So we don't know what these actually stand for. And so I'm just guessing, for me in box frame, that the vector 3 B probably stands for box. So we have the position, and then we have the box, and then we have, I don't know what the E is. I don't know what yours SC.
I'm looking at the function of the box frame to try to understand what the E.
Does he give any notes? Does he give any hints? He doesn't.
Sadly, he doesn't. It's just mathematics. So if you're
teasing us.
Which but I don't know like if you guys. Math wizard.
Oh, bounds, Mario. Good call. Bounds, smart.
Bounds. Okay. And the E.
Bounds
Mario?
of the box. I'm gonna guesstimate that that's correct. Mario, if you have
would that be the? No, that cannot be the.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Maybe that's the size. Maybe the E is the size of the box, like because it's one value. I don't know. I'm just assuming.
I think E is the thickness of the lines that makes the box. Ooh, okay. Okay, box thickness. I'm gonna change that. I might adjust his function for my own purposes.
So probably the bounds is the size, or
the bounds is like the bounds of the box.
One of them has to be the size, and one of them is the thickness of the lines. True. Yeah.
The bounds is size. So if you're like outlining the box,
okay,
that's and then you make them thick.
Yeah, bounds is the size.
I don't know if anyone knows or if anyone's on TikTok. I know Ilithya is not on TikTok, but Inigo is on TikTok. He makes TikTok shader tutorials. It's crazy. So if you guys want some like good content on TikTok, you know where to go. He doesn't post very often, but he can cram a lot into 1 minute. It's very impressive.
Insane. So is he doing like shader golfing? You know, like code golfing?
It's great.
Like small chunks of code to create something.
Yeah, but he posts like once every month. So yeah, but there are slowly but surely a small little community of
creative coders.
There's a lot of Minecrafters. If you look up shaders, it's mostly Minecraft. But then if you keep digging, there's a few. I have a few friends that are on there, so we follow each other. I occasionally post. Okay, so Vec 3.
For me, I feel like I cannot join yet another social network.
TikTok is relaxing for me. Instagram is such a mood, but TikTok is just like a free-for-all. Like if you ever went to a festival and everyone was like off their faces being ridiculous, that's what TikTok is. And sometimes I just need that in my life. Minecraft shaders are gold. Really? The Minecraft aesthetic has never been a thing for me, so I can't disagree or agree with you in MLO. I think Minecraft kind of just
I don't
overshot me
even
the
know
same way that
Minecraft, so I cannot have an opinion on this.
usually I'm really on top of all of the cultural things, but
Uh,
like every now and again, things like Game of Thrones or like what was the other one
did you
where
watch
everyone
that?
no,
Me
it's just like
neither.
whoosh.
Me neither.
And there's the series where everyone's on an island, not
Lost.
Survivor. Yeah, I
Lost.
didn't watch that either. Everyone is obsessed with that, and I did
Oh,
not watch it.
yes.
And
I did watch
Minecraft,
Lost and I
I
was
also missed
obsessed.
it.
I was
I
rewatching
watched
it like a
season
couple of
one of
weeks
Lost, and
ago.
then I was like, "This is like Gilligan's Island on crack," so I stopped. I had to stop.
It's really
Um,
good, I must say.
some
But
of the
I,
characters annoyed me.
yeah, it could be, but it's good. But then I never watched the other one that you said, like this, what is it
Game of
called?
Thrones,
Yeah, and everybody, like, almost
obsessed.
everybody that I know keeps talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, maybe one day I will watch the whole
Don't
thing
do
now
it.
that I can. But
There's so many. I mean,
yeah, I
yes, now
know.
you could binge it. Yeah, it's a lot
Yeah,
of like
exactly.
raping and killing in my memory, and everyone's
Oh,
basically
really?
like, don't get attached to any of the characters. They all die, and I was like, Okay, I'm not sure that I understand the point of this show. It's like a one of those WoW games where they just continue forever, and you don't really know why, but everyone plays.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like Vikings a bit.
Mario says, don't watch it. I mean,
Um,
what is gold? The shaders that people make. So many different types of shaders. Yes, okay. Yeah, we agree on that in MLO. Definitely. But on TikTok, if you look up shaders, really what you're going to get is like gameplay of like little square men running around from what I've seen. But I could be wrong. If you're on there and you find good things, send me a DM.
yeah.
Um,
You need
okay.
to move your cursor because I cannot see.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
I
So,
love that even at such a distance, we can crowd each other out.
I
Um,
wonder if this is radius ra. I am assuming it
that would
is.
make sense. Yes. Or RARB. Radius
And
A
on
and radius
RB,
B.
what
There be
would
two
RB?
radiuses? Like radius 1 and 2? Oh my goodness, my nose. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. I'll be right back.
Could be the radius of the whole thing and could be the radius of the cap. I think this one is the radius of the little caps that are like, I feel. I'm not sure, but we will see. That's insane. What is? Ah, you put a link, Daniel. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Daniel, because I actually don't know this. Oh, I have to watch a whole ad to see this. Why? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm gonna put it on the screen so that people can see this, Daniel, that I'm watching. So this is Minecraft. Okay. Yeah, this is insane. Like people who can do shaders and actual scenes with thousands of things like we're watching right now. This is
Oh,
crazy.
are you watching Minecraft?
Yes, Daniel put a link. Oh my God. Like, yeah, it is
Wow.
literally like a video game.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Isn't Minecraft a video game? Isn't that the whole thing? Let's see. Minecraft Acid and Interstate version 3. Wow. I
Wow.
do like that wave though. Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty. Okay, okay.
But
I'm
imagine
into
to do this with shaders, how long it took. Or unless they are very good at math, maybe it didn't take that long actually.
I'm
So,
telling you, I were we talking about this on air? No, we were talking about this before we started streaming about the shader showdown that I saw last night.
ah, yeah,
Um,
you were telling me off air. Yeah.
20 minutes. These people were coding entire universes of 3D fractals spinning and turning on each other. But this is beautiful. Okay. Um, a couple of sine waves. Vertex shader. Oh, right.
He
That's
said
another
it's
thing we
just
need
a
to add
couple
to
of,
our list.
yeah, yeah, exactly. This is insane. So, do they have textures, Danielle? Is that why it's so simple? Because it's basically that they're playing with the texture and just like, because then it's very easy. I didn't
Couple of
think of
sine
that.
waves.
I was thinking that they made the trees and the little objects, but maybe they are like just projecting the texture in the vertex shader, and then
I don't know.
because then it's easy, if you have a texture, because then you just have to do
That's what I
whatever.
did. When I
But
did vertex shader, I did colors, and I colored it like my material. I put fragment shader on it, and then vertex
it's
shader I
fun to
used
play
to
with the textures.
manipulate the.
We can try to
Yeah,
play with. I'm doing that right now in one of the projects that I'm doing. Um, Putting a texture
there's
in a
some
shader.
really fun things that you can do with like photos as well. I'd be
Yeah,
into
I
it.
mean, because the texture can be anything, right? So it
Yeah,
could be sound, it could be a
do the
photo, it could
webcam
be,
too.
mm-hmm, could be anything. So it's cool.
Okay, yeah, no, you've definitely got 3D objects in there, and then they do a vertex shader with the world position to move
Okay.
everything.
Okay. I thought it was textured. Interesting.
If you ever watch oh my goodness, I'm blanking on her name now, but there's a Swedish streamer who does a lot of like Unity shader and provides workshop thingies online, and that kind of thing she does a lot, and it's great. Um, but then this is more made on a game engine, right? Yeah, exactly, Mario. I think it's different when you're in a game engine, but still. Okay, back to our shapes. I'm not sure what to put in my vector 3b for bounds. I'm just going to throw a random vector. I'm going to do a vector of 1.
Just do random numbers for now.
And a float. Oops.
I can imagine
Float.
that one you don't need such a big number.
0.5.
You don't need to. You don't need to write float, by the way.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Sorry. Wow. Okay. Good job.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
Either I'm forgetting the type or I'm adding a type where I don't need to have type.
I don't see anything. This is what happened to us the last time, but we can.
Do we have
for example,
a color
right
there?
now I put your box frame on the scene to return.
Oh, we need a color, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I was about to make. So I was gonna test one color here, just really quick to make sure that we have something. I call it text color. So text color. No, sorry. Let's see. I don't even see my test color.
Okay, so let's start with the test color. Hold on.
Do we see the background color? I'm gonna change it. There's nothingness. Let me think.
Let's see. I'm sure it's something very simple because this literally happened to us last time. Do we?
I know.
I don't think we need this.
What?
The one at the bottom. I'm going to take that out.
Where are you?
I'm at the bottom in the frag color in the vec4. In my memory, we don't need the 1. We don't need the alpha.
Ah, yeah, true. Yeah, because the right march is a vec4.
Yeah, so I removed that. And okay. So our main function normally is we're good. Then in our 𝗻march function, I think that maybe we need to create a shape color.
I already did it here up there. It's a test color.
Oh, my bad.
I call it test just because it's to test.
Got it.
And I put
that should be some random color.
I put a color here, and I'm assuming. Hold on. What? Maybe we have to put the rays inside the colors.
In the 𝗻march, where is the scene?
Maybe we need to put. We have to define that here. And the ray depth.
Where is the yeah, okay, we don't have, this is why I think I just got it. So we need to have here
No. We have that inside the loop.
Oh, you did it already. My bad. Okay.
Not there, because in there we are like resetting.
We have the scene. I couldn't see it. That's why I was like, wait a second. We have our scene. Takes the railing. We have the distance. We have this times this. How come there's traffic here? I don't know that.
Oh yeah.
So this moves us along the view ray just so that we know where we're going.
I'm thinking, so that's why we're very quiet at the moment to figure out this is what happened.
That's okay. I don't think anyone will mind, which is what I'm saying. Where do you get
I mean, the last time
we did this, it was something really simple that we just like
multiply this against a value. I'm gonna
ray length.
No, we multiply the whole thing this to make it a little bit bigger.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. But it's still, we don't see anything.
I think that, wait, let's just try and get the colors to show up before we get a shape to show up though. Because that is what I think is weird right now. Let me just check here. If I do like rec 3 color equals 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, and I just do, let's see.
You're gonna test the color in the main.
Yeah, like something like not even 𝗏𝗲𝗀𝗀, just like color and 1. And I'm missing
okay. Yes.
Right.
No color, so we have something wrong somewhere.
What's wrong with our setup right now?
Well, that's like a good test, because then we know there's something. I assure you, it's gonna be a freaking semicolon, what I was talking about.
Somewhere.
Or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have to start on commenting stuff. I'm gonna comment the whole scene.
It's like, do that.
Do we see a color?
Nice. Let me. Is that here? Let's just remove everything. You know what? It's probably our shape functions. I'm almost positive.
Everything is black still.
Here. Well, CodePen, what are you doing to us right now?
This is insane. I mean, the color that you pick, you know that it's not close
wait
to
a
black
second. Wait a second. Story of my life. Okay, so we're good. Wait, now before we turn everything back on, let's turn back to cons. Yeah. Okay, so everything still works. Now let's do our shapes, because usually when I integrate shapes, I get errors.
Yeah. I'm gonna start on commenting, but leaving the colors, so just to make sure that we are still parsing where this color.
Okay, so our shapes are good. Our shape functions are solid. Our scene, let's see. What a terrible color. I always pick such trash colors. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, it's almost gold. Now something broke.
Oh, okay, so in our 𝗏𝗲𝗀 function, something's up in our 𝗏𝗏𝗀 function.
Hold on a second. I don't know, because we both commented scene.
Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the
yeah, it's 𝗏𝗏𝗀. Yes, it's here.
Okay. Rec 3. Redirection. Okay, so wait, let me comment. We'll start with the chunks. Are variables good? No. Something's wrong with our variable.
Is the background color?
Oh, wait. Well, right now we don't have a background color, so hold on.
It needs to be a floating number, otherwise I think it's 0.
Yeah, you're right.
And everything.
Come on, Green. Broken. So, where are you at?
No, hold on, because maybe it's the scene. Maybe it's not the 𝗏𝗏𝗀.
No, it's definitely 𝗏𝗏𝗀. 100% 𝗏𝗏𝗀. Because the scene I had uncommented and it was fine. So let's leave. And then let's turn that off. Huh. Well, that's confusing. If I
Comment the
turn
whole
that
thing.
on. What happening? Okay, so let's comment
Maybe.
scene
Hold.
again. Okay, so we have our terrible green, and so if I uncomment scene,
So it's the scene,
scene,
isn't it?
what? Yeah.
And
That's
let's comment,
green.
for example, my 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀.
Yeah.
And then comment your box
Okay.
frame, and I'm gonna return as well like a 0.
Oh my goodness, guys, sorry. This is debugging
Okay.
array marching to
Okay,
open a piece
now
of
we
window.
have a color. Let's leave the
All
scene
right.
with 0, 0 for now.
Yeah, let's go back to our array march
Yeah,
function.
exactly. So slowly.
Everything works.
Wait, now things are broken again when I
How is that possible? It is returning a 0. That is insanity. Is it because there's no 0.0? Because that would be very finicky. No. What?
Can you comment the return?
Yeah. Doesn't it have to return something though? Oh, it's a vec4, so it's supposed to return a vec4. No?
I'm not sure.
Is scene is a float.
Yeah, okay.
So it can return 0, 0.
Yeah, now
Sorry,
we're good.
guys. Wow.
Hold on.
I'm
gonna uncomment the background color and then put the background color. It's a vec4.
Yeah. So this should be okay.
Still work. Yes.
Yay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the main variables.
That was good. Yeah. And we can do the for loop, the big one, and it's all good. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
And now the current distance with the scene, which doesn't exist, so it's gonna be black. So not that one yet. Maybe this one.
That should be okay, and then this guy should be also okay.
Be okay too.
There should be fine. Do we have array length already? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And then these guys should be solid as well because we have test color and background color. All right, we're back in action.
Hold on, something broke right now.
Epsilon current dist. No, test color is for sure okay. Because we tested that. So it's got to be current dist epsilon. Is it test color? Well, now test color is commented out, so that.
Yeah, it's test color. Hold on, let me put.
Oh, test color. Ray depth. Ray depth is 0.
Now it should be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So weird.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
And now the next step would be here on command the scene.
All right.
And it's gonna break first because he cannot find.
We have no scene. Well, because ray length is 0, basically.
Yeah, but it should still like.
It's green. I mean, I have a color.
Ah, yeah, me too. Yeah, you're right.
It's
okay, yeah. Now the box frame. True. Okay. At a moment I got confused. It just took a second with CodePen.
Okay, so what's wrong with box frame? Vec3.
Yeah, here.
Oh, is it because I didn't like explicitly?
No. It shouldn't be like that.
Did I do it wrong? Box frame. Vec3. Vec3. Float.
I'm looking. Let me look at the function again. SD box frame. You have vector 3, then you have another vector 3, and then you have floating. No, it's supposed to be.
Is it because I added the in? Let me take the in off. I mean, I added that because I thought it would be good, but maybe it's actually for something more specific.
I'm gonna add a number instead here.
Yeah, sure.
Instead of the position. Oh, I see it now, Eliza.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's a semicolon.
Thank you. It. Fucking I was sure it was gonna be something like this.
So we have a new person
and
in the
bites
chat.
you in the ass. I'm telling you, it comes. Unbiased you in the ass. This has happened to us so many times that we're like,
I find it
what's
reassuring
happening?
though when it's something so silly, because then at least we know that we actually understand what we're doing and we just forget really silly things.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Always a semicolon.
but as
Always
well,
a
I hope that is
semicolon.
reassuring for people watching that sit on their own that we are two people here looking and we
We're
both
both
miss.
looking at the code and
We're
we can't
both
see the
blind. So,
semicolon.
so
Yeah.
believe
One
yourself,
second. Sorry.
um, and just watch and watch the code again many times.
I
Okay, so
remember
now I'm
teaching a
gonna.
workshop and Googling something in front of my students and their minds were blown. They were like, "You don't know everything?" And I was like, "No, guys.
Yeah.
Like 80% of coding is debugging." I had to explain that to my students this year too, because I was like, "So how's it going? How are you liking the first half of the
Mm.
course?" And they're like, "We like it, but we're like the worst coders ever." And I was like, "Guys, no, even the most seasoned programmers spend all of their day debugging." And they were like, "What is really?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, yep. Sorry to break it to you. But otherwise it wouldn't be fun. It would be very predictable and boring. Um okay. Now we're back to black. What just happened? Oh no,
Yeah,
we're good.
because I was trying to.
Wait,
I'm
where
trying
are
to
you?
put
Where
the
is your
rate
cursor?
length, but that's a vector
Oh,
3,
okay.
of course, so that takes 3 values. Yeah. Okay.
It's true. We're playing with four dimensions suddenly. It's going to get a little bit
Mm.
more confusing. What is the course you're teaching, Mario? I teach Introduction to AI to like business students, and I also teach Introduction to Designing for Web. I mean, teaching. No, I like sort of teach the second half of a larger course, but it's kind of fun. I get to um,
All right.
introduce technologies to people who don't have any kind of background in technology. So they ask really interesting questions that you forget people might have if they're like fully steeped in technology all day, every day.
Yay, we have something. Sorry,
Hey, we
sorry,
have
sorry,
that is
continue.
not at all a box, but that
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
awesome. We have a shape. I feel like my camera is like really blurry compared to yours. Weird.
But
I think it's because
no, no,
there's
no.
the light is
Remember
off
that
in
I
my
have this
room.
camera that my boyfriend gave me?
Yeah, but the sun is also going down. I'm just gonna turn my light on. One sec.
Because I was gonna say if I use my computer camera, then I'm blurry too. It's just because I have a normal camera. Cool, we made it! Yay! Now we have some triangles like the ones in our background when I say, which doesn't look at all like a box frame. But we have something, so
I don't know if
exciting.
that made any difference. It's like a little bit more glowy. Usually I set up an extra lamp, but I
Yeah,
woke up from a nap right before we started streaming, so I
yeah, well,
completely
me too.
forgot.
Me too.
Sorry for the noise, guys.
Ah,
Um,
in here it's getting dark
yeah,
too. No.
yeah, but you're still good because you're like right in front of the window, right? My window's
Yeah,
here. I'm so excited. We have a color and it's like shaded. There's
yeah.
like a little bit of a gradient there.
What is interesting is that this is the box frame that we're
But
like, and it
that's
doesn't
because
look like a box at all.
I picked like super arbitrary um for like the bounds, for example. What if
Yeah,
I do like
yeah, go for it. I was gonna as well tweak the thickness. Ooh,
ooh,
interesting.
okay.
Yeah, keep on because maybe we're gonna find. Maybe it has to be smaller, I guess, because now it's like taking the whole. Uh,
True. Oh, maybe we're
Maybe it
like in
needs to
front of
be
it.
like exactly smaller.
I mean, I guess I don't need to repeat it three times, but how would I?
Now it disappeared. Maybe it's too small. I feel.
Okay. Let me shrink it to 1. We'll do it this way.
Yeah.
99. Go down by 10.
Okay, now I see something kind of like yeah.
Ooh.
And maybe the thickness
Okay.
have to be 15. Hold on. So that it's like thinner. Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Go lower.
Stay there. Stay there. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
remove this multiplication that I had here when we were trying to debug the whole thing. I
Oh
added this
yeah.
number. So for
Okay.
now, I'm just gonna leave 1, which is like nothing. So just to see. Okay. And hold
Okay.
on. If I put 3 here, I want to see. We're gonna move.
It does
Oh,
nothing.
no,
What I
exactly.
wonder
So,
what we're seeing. What part of the object would we be looking at right now? Let me just
well, it's supposed to be a square with this. So I think it's
Oh,
very
wait,
just,
there's a shader toy. Let me see the
yeah,
dimensions in shader toy.
yeah. I
Okay.
assume maybe the position set is usually the one that needs some tweaking. Is that too much?
Whoa. Okay, he has some serious math in here. 1 second. I don't know if I'll be able to make sense of this. There's like,
I'm tweaking stuff
wait.
for myself. It seems
So
to be
his
just very, very,
function,
very long, you know? So
yeah,
I wonder if it has to be 0 in some of them, and then maybe
but
just.
also when he, oh, that's the main function, but where does he call it? Box frame, where are you? Main image. Maybe I picked too complicated a thing.
No, I've used it before.
Oh, really? Okay. It's
Let me look
reassuring.
at
Oh, wait,
my.
it's true. I've definitely seen it in your work.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and check my, if you want, so my code, and because I did it like last summer, I think.
Normal
Because I had a
render.
box with a diamond inside that I
Yeah.
was testing, rotating.
I his implementation of it in shader toy is very um elusive because it doesn't really he doesn't implement it inside the main
Yeah,
function.
normally it's very advanced too, no? His code. I feel like he
Pixel
puts a
coordinates,
lot.
view array, render, camera matrix, camera movement, normal. Ah, okay. So here, let me see if this
Okay, I found my box.
works. Let me try. Um, so if you have the position, and then what he did was this.
Ah, yeah. I was gonna say I had 0.5 for the thickness in mine.
Hmm. So that's what Inigo put in his shader toy, but I don't think that those really work with our because his camera and stuff are set up very differently. So what did you have? You
I
had
had
0.5, you said?
in here,
0.5, I think,
no, 0.
right? Oh,
Another 0. Point
0.05.
0.05, sorry.
Nothing. Do I need a comma? No. Mm. Let me move it farther
Hold on
away.
a second. What is E?
Nothing. Okay, so let me just go back to what I started with because at least we saw
Yeah.
something.
The thing is,
Right,
I
so
have
put
it
this on.
because I did it differently in mine.
Did you do it like the
And
whole
I
setup or just the
use,
box?
um, hold on a second, because I use a different. You grab one that it's called, what it's called, is SD box frame that you, okay. And what did I grab?
If you have a simpler one, I'm all for
Okay.
it. Because in Shader Toy, there's a lot of camera stuff. Ray marching and his of course his way of setting up a ray marching is going to be quite different.
Somehow, but I think it's the same. Mine is called SD bounding box, but when I
Okay,
look at the function, it's
it's the
basically
same.
the same. So I think he just changed the name, like in this time past,
How
because
did
now
you?
I cannot find the SD bounding box in his stuff, but it looks the same. It looks very much the same. So I think he only changed the name. Okay, and then which
Is
values did
our
I get?
where is maybe our let me
Oh, I had a big number in
moving the
here,
camera position.
but I had 250 rate. Let me see, because it has to be with the max steps as well,
Hmm.
and the
I was
max
trying to move the
distance.
camera position, but it doesn't do anything. We can
Let's
also
see.
try and bring in your shape, though. It's okay. My shape is maybe too weird.
Oh,
It has
that's
a
too
lot of
good.
like.
Oh, I'm taking other values here. Mhm. Okay, we see something slowly.
Oh, sorry. I looked at my screen for like I looked away for 2 seconds, and you got like
No, it's just
much
I'm
more of a
tweaking
shape.
actually the main function, because that's what I did in mine first. Um, the normalize.
Yeah. I tried to
This
move the camera position before, but it didn't do much. Okay.
like this
So could
this
that be like
this value, which I feel is. Hold on, let me make something bigger, or is it smaller? That's too much. I think maybe 2. It was fine.
so is that like one of the joints, basically?
It
Are we like
feels.
so close to the box that we're
Yeah,
looking at like the teeny tiny
it
joint?
feels
That's
like this
crazy.
exactly.
Okay, but wait, that means that here, if we're doing thickness, then if I change this to 45, it should the arm should get thicker. It changed to nothing. Okay, so I'm totally wrong. This is always an adventure. Let's see, bound. Does that change anything? Oh, okay. It did change something.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it's like too far, kind of, from the space.
What was it before? 29. 79. Oh, so maybe we do want it to be 1.
Yeah, you can change now. Yeah, exactly. We're
Yay,
coming around.
cool. We're
Okay.
inside the box.
Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah, because I had a big number actually, so
Oh,
in that.
cool.
What if you put 5? Like keep increasing?
Ah.
Because it got better when you put 1, right? So
Then is it bound? Oh, they're so skinny.
okay, now it's skinny. So are those the bounds, or I mean that seems
So
to be
I'm
the
gonna put it back
thickness
at
to me.
1. But then what about what would this be? Oh, now we're inside.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
then
is the thickness, isn't it?
this is the thickness.
That's the thickness.
Okay, I like that thickness
Yeah.
for now. Interesting. How do we get even more? So then if I move this, if I want to do, yeah, because the camera position, if you wanted to move farther away. Oh, right. No, that's
That's
not what
why.
I want. I
Let
want
me.
this. If I move this to 5, will we see the end? What, how did I break anything? Oh,
Where
oh, are
are
you
you?
doing, where are you? I was trying to move the camera. Wait, 1 sec.
I got it, I think.
Yeah, you did. We're far away from it now. What did you change? Where are you? Oh,
Up here.
box frame.
Because this is what I did
Okay,
in
so what,
mine.
but wait, so I think it's better to move the camera than the object. No?
I don't think so. Or try. I'm not doing anything, so you. I'm gonna let you try that.
No, you might be.
And
So
if it doesn't work, we can go back to the other.
I know that in, no, you might be right. Maybe it's better to move the object in reference to the camera, and the camera stays at 0.00 to -1. Okay, so
That is my
point
experience. That's why I
plus
didn't
5.
want.
No, you're totally right. This is what always messes me up in Unity, because I move the fucking camera around when I shouldn't be moving objects around. So what did you do? You added like Let me put 2.5.
Yeah, I think I had to.
Whole shape in the view.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too much.
I
Cool.
honestly
Now we see it.
think
That's
that it's
exciting.
better to move here, like in this little
Yeah. No, you're
shape,
totally right.
because for example, when we have this other shape, let's say that the other shape you want to put it in a different length. So if we were to move the where you were before, the set value, then it kind of fucks up this plan if you have more than one object, because then, you know, so it's better that one to leave it as it is, and then just come in here and tweak that other one, I feel. So yeah, it's coming along.
Yay. Guys, we got a shape.
A bit pixelated.
Bye, Mario.
So... yeah, bye. Is he leaving?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you for coming. I'm so glad that we got a shape.
Have a wonderful Saturday, by the way, Mario. Bye. So
let's add yours now. Let's add a capped torus. And then we can figure out how to add a rotation.
Yeah. So for now, I'm going to add mine as a return, because we need another function to put them together.
Ooh.
Exactly. Yeah. And I imagine in here I need to as well get closer. So that is not so far. That's a very interesting shape.
Funny. Wait, what? So what angle is that for us? That's like, it's like, because it's a half donut basically.
Oh my god, this is so weird. It's like a, not even like a pie chart.
Like a half donut. So is that like, wait, radius?
Yeah. Okay, now it's a little bit bigger.
Let me move my mouse so that you can play.
Oh, this is the position? I thought that was the size. That was me assuming, but... Okay, now we have a circle. Okay, that's better.
Oh, a full circle though. Shouldn't we only... So that's probably like the radius. So we're only supposed to have a half circle. So that's like the thickness of probably the like tube.
Yeah. Okay, it's here. Is this vector too? Okay. Okay. Oh, a rainbow, kind of.
Cute, yeah.
Okay, so if I have the 2 zeros, it's of course a circle.
Weird.
But if I add a little number here,
the circle. But is that the actual half? Because I feel like capped torus is more a horseshoe, like you say. It's not totally equal. So I feel like this is.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to guess this thing. But also, for example, if in here I put a 1, what will happen? Ooh, that's too much. Okay.
I think we have a cross section of the shape right now. I don't think we have the full shape. So like if you took the, you know what I mean? Like if you took it and you sliced it in half, I think you need the full circle.
The full circle, like 0.
Yeah, I think you need the full circle, and then so this is like if you cut the capped torus, slice it in the middle, you have like a tube. You like have the, you know. So like,
but where?
Are you looking at me? Okay, so you know how you have the cap like this. So if you slice it down the middle and then you look inside, you'd have the full circle. I think that that's what you're looking at.
Okay.
I think, but I could be wrong. I think. Dress codes. Hi. We lose one, we gain one. Like, so happy to have you.
Good morning or good midday, I guess. That's Alex in the US. In this city that I forget.
He's in the East Coast, if I recall. Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys swapped. Yeah. I think you're on the East Coast, right? So it's like midday for you. It's like 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Mario was still here. I thought you were leaving before Mario.
Cool. Okay, so to catch you up, we're playing with ray marching today. We have managed to bring in a box, and now we're trying to bring in a capped torus. And currently, I think we have a cross section of part of it, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think like in the same way that my box was like facing a weird angle to the camera, I think that we're like, so if we move it farther away, you'll probably get like the side edge of it. How could we move it farther away?
Before I
Here, can
tweak that more, I'm gonna bring in the joining geometry function so that we put the two of them together.
Cool, okay.
I put it over the scene after
Yeah.
the two shapes, and it's a little function that I actually grabbed from Jamie Wong, this article that I shared before. Jamie has
Yeah, he wrote the really, really amazing tutorial.
yeah, I don't know if the same one, but if you go to that link that I linked earlier, he has several like shader ray marching examples in shader toy and Gritten. So because I cannot quite remember where exactly I found this, but somewhere in there you get this joint geometry.
And so this
but
allows you to bring in
this
shape?
function is very easy. I wanted to say, if you looked at it, it's basically using min.
Ah, I like that function a lot.
So you
So
just
that
use,
is
in a 2D
calculating the distance between.
in a 2D shader, I was gonna say you can basically do the same when you want to add more than one thing. Instead of the plus that we sometimes use, or the multiplication with the layering, you can use min to get two things together.
Huh.
I was learning this with
playing.
𝗦𝗲 when I was watching her talk,
Cool.
because that's how she put things together in a 2D shader.
Could you do it with Max too then? You could probably do it with Max as well then, but in a different way.
I believe she had a function with Max, but it's gonna be we will have to ask her. But with that one, I think you subtract, because what min is doing is that it's adding. That's why it's equitative to like when we use the plus.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's so interesting.
I never check in the book of shaders.
So. That's so fun. I'm gonna start playing with that. I'm going to try and move your thing a bit farther away on the z-axis to see if I'm right about my cross-section idea.
I wanted to go to the glossary in the book of shaders to see the mean, because probably he explains it better. Here is the book of shaders. The book of shaders says mean returns the minimum of two parameters. It returns y if y is less than x, otherwise it returns x. I know, but let's use it, and then I feel like I will understand it as usual better when we use it. So
I'm just playing around with the numbers to see if I can get more of your shape, but I'm not being very successful.
I'm gonna turn actually my light on, because now it's getting dark in here.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe this does something different. Oh, right. Makes it half. So what if you do 1? Ah. Okay.
That's so interesting shape.
Not sure what.
Like a mustache or something.
Yeah. Okay. I think we were playing in too small numbers. So let me try and move that away. Okay. Okay, what is happening right now? Let me see. Oh, hail the book. Heck yeah. That is I kind of wish, and I know people have before, but I kind of wish the Book of Shaders existed as like a book. Like a physical book.
Yeah, me too. And I wish it was finished, because I know some chapters are like not finished.
I know.
It's fine. I'm fine. It's just a wish, but it's just like also I guess it keeps the mystery of it with the moon and everything. No, like the mystery is there. True. Like maybe one day they will come.
You know, when I talked to for my podcast that I update like once every 2 years, I asked him, I was like, so the question that everyone's dying to know,
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
will the booker shaders be finished? And he was like, he just had a baby. I mean, now she's a bit older, but he's got two kids, right, who are quite young, so I don't know if he has
Mm.
time. But I would love for him to get to those chapters that are unlinked. They're like, it's like the most elusive concepts, right?
Mm. Mm. Yeah, true. But it would be interesting if maybe like one day he's like, okay, now here's like another
Yeah,
chapter.
and I'm 100% sure that he's going to do it eventually.
Yeah, me too.
I really believe in
Or
it because
maybe
I know
not.
he cares about it. No, I think he cares about it a lot. I don't think he would want to like leave everyone hanging that way.
Oh,
I don't know.
Alex is saying that he wonders if we could crowdsource funding to get the. Yeah, we could. Yeah,
But it's not a
it'll be
question
a
of
matter.
money.
I
It's
think
not a
it's.
question of money. It's really a question of time. Like he doesn't want to not be there for his kids. He honestly
Yeah,
he explains it all in that podcast. Y'all should listen to it.
yeah.
He feels super bad about it. He was like, everyone's so like
I was gonna
lovely.
say too that it's as well like priority for him because who knows like what for him what kind of projects too that are more important at the moment for him to do that to finish for
I
example this.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I mean. I think he just wants to be present for his babies.
Mm,
In all honesty, I think that's because he does love the community, but he seems like a very present dad, which I think is great. Um,
cool.
okay, we have our two shapes. I wonder if we rotate, we might get a better
Yeah,
idea of what your shape is doing.
yeah. But you see that now both of them are there. Do you see them on the
Yeah,
screen? Yeah.
it's so
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I want
Exactly.
to I want to rotate, add some kind of color.
So we have to bring in our rotate function now.
Yeah, let me grab that. I think I have it close by.
Do you? I have one here.
Are you faster than me? You have the
Oh no.
rotation matrix.
I
Oh,
don't
I have
know.
two. I have rotate and rotation matrix.
Yeah, you have to bring both. We need both
Okay, I
because
got it.
the rotate needs the rotation matrix in order to work.
Here, it's in. I brought it in.
Okay. Where did you put them?
Underneath,
I,
away at the top, just underneath epsilon.
underneath epsilon. Ah, okay. Hold on. I wanted to show in the screen so that people
Let's see, it's a
can
big chunk of
see.
code.
Yeah, exactly.
But rotation matrices are historically like
Uh,
weird because you're talking about
yeah.
like 3D space. I think is there a W?
For
No, 3D.
people that
Yeah,
is
not 4D.
wondering where we got these functions, I think I wrote this a long time ago that we got them from 𝗙𝗀, Yuri, that has a YouTube channel, and he shared a gist once, which I don't have at the moment, but you can probably Google it like 𝗙𝗀 gist or something, and then you will find this rotation matrix.
Yeah,
Because I wonder if
I
people
think
that
I've seen that
follow
one before.
us, are like coding with us. Like this is like a lot of code
Yeah,
that you just have to.
you don't want to type that out
If
yourself. But I've
somebody,
definitely seen this around.
yeah,
Did
exactly.
he write that himself or he took it from somewhere
No,
else?
he
I
took
think that
it.
this is
That's
just
why
like,
he showed the gist. I think he took it from like he had it.
yeah,
So it must be in another gist. I am sure.
yeah.
Maybe it's
Oh,
even in
wow.
that one from Patricio too that we have shared before, but I
Probably.
don't have the link now. So
Patricio has he has like a kind of in the same way that Shar has her like shader sticker page. He has also on his GitHub, I think, a resources page, and so does 𝗦𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗀. To be honest,
mm,
they all have these like resource overarching theme shader resource page of like handy functions and things. Actually, 𝗦𝗲𝘀𝘀𝗀 has a really great intro to shaders with good stickers, shader stickers. I'm gonna call them that forever now because of Shar.
hmm.
Okay, so we have our matrix, rotation and matrix.
I'm gonna bring the.
Where do we add that now? I forget.
We have to put them. Let me see at
No,
my
we
previous
add that in
work.
our Raymark.
So, because this is, I have to remember. So where did I put it? Uh,
Oh no, we added in our scene. I thought we added it in our Raymark. We add it to our scene and we
no, it
add
has to
it
be in the scene. It has to be one of these
in the
vector
shape
three.
function.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. So
So
let me
probably we can here at the top.
position.
I think
No?
here at the top is better to create a rotate. Um, sorry, it's not. It's gonna
Oh
be a
yeah,
vector,
You're right. You're right.
and then
Deck
we
three.
can like replace it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So uh, okay, So I think, let me just grab the position that I put in my box frame. I'm going to put it in here for Rec 3.
Yeah. Oh, but you need to have the back 3, remember?
Don't I? Yeah.
Otherwise.
And the axis, do we want to rotate it on the... What axis do we want to rotate it on?
Put maybe in the Y axis, like
5?
Yeah.
Cool. And then here, I guess is where I would put rot, right? For position. That makes sense. Yay, it rotated.
Yeah.
Hey, I was right.
And
I like when I understand things.
We can put it here. Wait, no, it's not moving. Is it moving?
It's not animated, but
true.
it definitely
we have
changed.
To insert time.
Do we have time?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have time. Okay.
I was like, it's not moving. Now it's moving.
They move really fast. Oh, wow. Trippy. That's fun.
Okay, that's so trippy.
Oh, that's so cool.
Okay,
yeah,
actually I'm gonna make a float function for time. So
we
can use t.
Get a bit farther away. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
How is it still too close? That's wild. I think I remember having this problem last time. Like I want it to be bigger, but not so far away.
I added the rotation. Whoa, to the other one too. That's so much fun.
What is happening? What is this shape? What is it doing?
I don't even see a fucking captor. Oh, sorry for language. I think we.
It's okay. This is an NF.
But I use a lot of language in general when I speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't see the fucking captors. It's like a flower to
me.
I see
it, but I think it's like. I think that it's like this part, and then like the radius caps are like too big. Maybe if I shrink that.
Yeah.
0.25, would that do anything?
No, it kind of disappears.
Okay, so maybe it's the other way.
Yeah, exactly. That one. Now it's like a sphere. This is so crazy.
Okay, what about 75? Weird. Okay, what if we just do the same number? I think no, because we already know that.
Try the same number.
But we did it with 1, and it was still.
Oh, you know what? Let me go see in his. He had a shader toy link that I couldn't access. Maybe now I can.
Math is weird, but this is why we love it. It's such a.
Yeah.
I do feel like a magician when I manage to manipulate math in a way that I want it to. I feel like they should teach kids that math is magic in school.
Oh, okay, so he had very small values. Can you move your cursor? I'm gonna use the values that he's using in his shader.
Like he had really teeny tiny values. That's
Wait.
so funny.
No, not so tiny. Sorry, it's just like
still in the first position.
And then he has.
I wonder if can I move? I'm gonna move the camera forward a bit. Just a little bit. Okay.
I think here is 2.5, I believe.
Oh wait, no, I want it to be closer.
And then he has. Oh, but he has a.
It's like little spider webs or something.
Well, what is positioning here? Let me see.
Oh, but I see it inside, in the middle part. It looks like it's kind of forming.
I just want to find the. Hold on. In his shaded toy, I need to see the position because I haven't been able to find the position yet. The position.
Sorry, I'm like totally fucking with the camera position right now. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I wanted it to be closer to us though. It feels so far away.
We can check that soon.
Yeah, no, I know. Let's like get the proper shapes first, because they're also too confusing. I'm going to, in the meantime, grab 2 colors from our past projects to make like a nice gradient background.
Yeah.
Color of some kind.
Mm, hold on a second, because is my computer battery? What?
Or are you about to? Sometimes my computer recently, despite being plugged in, like sometimes the battery pack is just like, nope, I just don't want to function, and then it just like stops working, and I have to
Yeah.
unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah, I just turned off my camera.
Oh, weird.
Trying to fix
Oh, you're
this.
gone. It's true.
Yeah, because I'm trying to fix this thing.
That's okay. I mean, it's been 2 hours, so I think that's normal. Let me grab, what are the colors that we always like? Green.
I'm trying to understand why my computer is about to die when I have it plugged in. So
Is it overheating because of the colors? Or the just like all of the code, all of the shader?
no. My charge cable is not working.
Oh.
My charger. Battery. Oh, okay. Oh. I think it was fine. Now I see what the problem was. I'm gonna turn the camera again. Yeah, the thing is that my computer was showing me that I don't have battery because it's not being able to charge it because we're doing ray marching and I'm streaming and but
Yeah,
it's not gonna be off because I was like at one moment I was like, oh my god, is it gonna be turned off and then everything is gonna be gone. But I think we're good. It's just that it's not able to charge the battery even when it's connected to the power source because of all the stuff that I'm doing. Did you manage to? No. The captors is like a mystery because the thing is that he has in his example a lot of math to make that work.
Oh, really?
I don't want to bring in. So I'm gonna make another rotate function with a different position here for that.
Color times gradient. Shouldn't that work?
Oh, everything went black. Oh, is it my fault?
No, it's my fault. One sec. Yeah. Always with the yellow. Let me see if I can find a more fun color. We're gonna do 0.5. Length x plus ray length dot set.
Oh, now it looks like ribbons. Oh, it's crazy because I see something. Part of the shape is there.
Yeah.
But then these like strings of things are floating around. This is so trippy. I have no idea why this is happening.
So funny. I see it in the middle though. It's so
yeah.
So it's
that's what I mean. But there are circles. Let's see. What if I make it bigger? Okay, it's slightly coming along. Maybe it has to be bigger. Oh, that's too much. Okay.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop playing so that you can actually see what you're doing. I realize I'm like massively slowing you down.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I feel
wait, I'm
like
gonna
it's
add.
there, but it's moving.
It's definitely there. Okay, last thing. I'm sorry, the page's gonna
Yeah,
move.
no,
I just didn't
it's
want the
fine.
time to keep incrementing. Okay, we're good. Now we're just gonna have a weird background that changes color occasionally.
Wow.
Okay.
Like a
Is it?
peanut.
It's so trippy. What is
Yeah.
happening? Because the cube is in space, and now we are.
I think I can live with it because I'm not gonna continue trying when I like the trippiness of this.
I don't mind it.
No, but hold on. 0.50. Oh, everything went black. What?
I didn't touch
Oh,
anything.
no, I think I
So
did something. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, it's a vector too. Oops, my mistake.
okay.
Okay, now it's less
Ooh.
of it. Okay, so that means, do we really have to zero this? But then it's gonna be a donut. Yeah. So maybe it has to be
And
0.
how is it that our donut always has the skinny side to it? It's so funny. So, but wait, if you leave that at 0 and we play with the other shapes, maybe that's
Yeah.
where it is. So if you put this, let me put this back at 0, and then you make this like, I don't know, 2. Okay, so that's the size. What about this? Okay, so that makes it,
A
okay.
little bit thinner. Oh, I feel like I see it.
We're like so
Yeah,
close, right?
it's there, but then when it
Uh,
rotates, oh,
and
maybe,
then it
but
goes,
you know what? Leave it. I like this
I don't
effect
mind that.
because, it's like a ring,
Yeah.
and then
And
at
then it kind
another
of like,
point is like the captors. So,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so
What
we're
is
good with
happening?
0.
I think it also has something to do with the camera position, to be honest,
Yeah, now we
because
can tweak
the
that.
perspective is weird, right? Because it looks like the focal length is kind of funky right now. Okay, so now we have a.
No, it's just because I was testing the rotation, but I think it's better with the rotation that I created so that we have this
But the
effect.
part that's like the capped part has to do with the camera. I'm
Let
like
us let us move.
90% sure.
We want to move the object closer to us, right?
Yeah.
Let us first try from here.
I think if you add it, you're going to be making it farther away. You need to minus it.
Okay. Okay, good. And you already did that in yours, in your box?
So if you want to move it, I think you actually have to like minus. So like now, for example, it's behind the camera. If I do minus 0.5, now we're inside it.
I wonder if you do plus 0.5.
No, but then you're moving farther away. So the way that it works in
Yeah,
Z
but I
space
think plus
and negative.
0.5 is gonna be a little bit nicer because we had 2.5, right? So
Yeah. I think though that there's something going on with the, like, I think that it needs to be far
okay.
away, but I think that then we have to actually adjust
Okay.
the camera itself.
Okay. Let me
I
just put
think.
the number that I had before because I had it in one number that it was nice. Yeah, that is okay. So
So let me
let us
see.
have to try
I
here.
add
Go
like a
down. Yeah.
minus.
Okay.
I add like a 2.
I think it's not there, by the way. I think if
Like
nothing is
usually in
happening,
Unity, it's like I put a -1 and
I
I'm
think it's
good.
here. Yeah, I know, but I think it's here the minus.
For redirection?
No, to get it closer. Where do you see me? Here
Yeah, that's
below.
I'm saying you're in redirection right now, right? So if
Yeah.
I
Pardon.
put
Yeah.
this back to 0.1,
Yeah,
yeah, you're
exactly.
right. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, hey, your torus is capped. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's not. But okay,
Yeah,
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 that makes sense.
because it's animated, so kind
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
of.
Awesome.
Let me make this a little bit, if I make
But
it.
why? I wonder what's going on. Because, why is it? Oh, because it's animated, because you added time. Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Do you like the size? Do you like it even bigger?
Yeah, I think that this is great, because the dimensions of the box don't look so weird anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I had a trick the other time that I discovered, because do you see that it's a little bit pixelated?
for me, it's not.
Ah, okay.
But I have my
Ah, but you
screen is
have this
like,
screen, right?
let me see
But
if I can rotate the cube on the Y as well. Rotate.
I'm gonna tweak some numbers to see if I can get it better in this type of screen that I have.
Yeah, I'm gonna add plus
Yeah, that's much better. So, okay. This kind of worked for me in my screen to just increase the ray march
me look at the
max steps.
Twitch. I can't tell if it's pixelated, but also, I mean, I'll see it when I edit the replay. So cool.
But now it's good. I mean, in my screen, it's
yeah.
But not it's not the screen of my computer, but it's a monitor that I have,
Oh,
which
right,
is not
of course.
high
Yeah.
definition. And
Okay.
in there I could see some like pixels, not in my MacBook.
Okay.
So I was
Oh, is it like rasterizing or whatever? That kind of vibe?
Yeah, you could see like little pixels like on both shapes. Now it's a little bit better when I double the amount of max steps, which I'm not sure if it's performant, but at least it helps to make them more crisp. And now you were changing something, I guess?
My bad. I was trying to make it rotate on all of its angles.
Yeah, you can try.
Why isn't that working?
Ah, because it's not there, Eliza. You have to go
I'm doing it in the wrong spot,
here,
yeah.
where it says axis.
Right, obviously.
Instead of 0, you can just add like...
Oh, yeah. I was totally looking in the wrong spot.
Maybe we should call it axis rotation.
Yay. Cool. So now it should be rotating everywhere. In all of the,
Because mine was rotating in like all the... But I can make it rotate like the opposite way, maybe, so that it goes like the opposite way of yours.
Cool. Yeah, and then it opens. Ooh, that's kind of fun. It's like, and then it closes. Yeah. It like frees itself from the box and then gets stuck in the box. So cool.
I wonder if you can
How do people make like a million 3D objects in a ray marching scene? We'll get there one day. Well, Computational Mama, hi. Oh, hey, Sean is here too. Yay.
Hi.
Hey, friends.
Good afternoon.
Yes, we have been wrestling with some ray marching for the last 2 hours.
Exactly. So
we got our shapes in.
Don't sweat it.
We're quite happy. Yeah. You guys missed a very boring segment where we literally just had a black screen, and it was all because of a semicolon. But we had to turn off everything to get it to work, to figure it out. But yay, I'm excited. Okay.
I'm gonna add...
Do we want to keep playing with this shape, or do you want to add some colors to the shape?
No, I was just gonna add...
teeny tiny and cute.
Yeah, I was gonna add scene... What is it called? This trigonometry with time, so that it goes like a little bit comes here and back.
Mm-hmm. You want to make a cycle, a zoom cycle, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if I like it, but I wanted to see what happens. But
I mean, it's kind of fun because it like exits and enters the cube.
Yeah, exactly. And
I just love it. It will never cease to amuse and amaze me that we can like literally distort time and space.
Yeah.
With shaders. It makes me so happy. Computational Mama, are you on CodePen? Yeah, CodePen is great because we can be multiple people inside.
Mm-hmm. We're using the collab mode in CodePen, by the way, for the ones curious.
I think you have to use a pro user though now. Oh.
Yes, you need to have a pro account to use the collab mode, sadly. So.
I found an editor, much like the Force for shaders, right? Where it's an in-browser editor. but I found one for P5 that's like an in-browser P5 editor. That's not the official one, but where you can be multiple people in it, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, we should
Kind
totally
of like,
try that.
yeah, it reminded me a lot of Char's tool from last time, but obviously it's not for shaders, it's just for P5. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I thought it was interesting. I know at some point we wanted to do P5 stuff too. Yeah.
Now I'm deforming my shape.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now you're making me curious. Let me see if I can do that. I want to deform mine. Pause. Did you add or multiply? I'm gonna multiply
I
with
add,
cosine.
but maybe multiplying with.
Position dot z. Let's see what happens to my cube. I feel like it's gonna. Ooh.
Ooh, melting.
But then it's got raggedy edges. I don't like that.
Ooh, I kind of like it, but if you make it less close so that we can.
Okay. Wait, how do I do that again? Less close. I'm doing that not in the rotate, but in the
set. Yeah, there. Maybe 1.5.
Oh, right, 1.5. Ooh, it's very melty.
I know it was the opposite.
I'm going
You
in
were
the wrong
right.
direction.
I always. This is the thing that I always.
Okay. It feels very Oh, now I'm blanking on that artist's name, but we all know who he is. The guy who makes the melty clocks. Who am I thinking of?
Dali. Dali, the
Yeah,
painter,
Dali.
the
Dali. Yeah,
surrealistic.
the melty clocks. Yeah.
Salvador Dali. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Dali clocks. For some reason, my deformed cubes make me think of the melty clocks. Cool. What if I do it on the y-axis?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too now. Of deforming.
Okay, I think I like the
a
y-axis better than the z-axis. Ooh, okay. I'm suddenly starting to understand. Sean is in the chat, right? I feel like
Yeah.
suddenly I understand some of the rotation on your cubes. The wonderful iridescent cubes that you make.
Exactly.
I mean, is this how you do it? Have I discovered your secret? I'm sure you do it in a more logical way, but maybe this is it.
I love it.
You don't have to tell it. 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 designed the 𝗙𝗶𝗱𝗀 logo. Yes, these views remind me of architectural perspective drawing from a design school days. Oh my gosh, yes. I wanted to go to architecture school when I was a kid, but in Canada, it requires like so much math knowledge. And then I moved to France as an adult, and you don't need any math to go to architecture school in this country. And I was like, what? But I had already discovered computer coding, so it was too late, and I was happy. Yeah. Oh my god, cosine layers are the key. Okay, so we just discovered Sean's secret. I mean, it's not a secret, I suppose, but yeah, I figured out your technique. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
This is so wild. Cosine layers. Is cosine
exactly.
very different from a sine layer?
It's what? Cosine
Would
layer?
a cosine versus a sine layer be so different? Slightly
what
less
do you mean?
pretty. Well, because he was saying
cosine
cosine
is the opposite of sine. You know,
that's what
so
I'm
if the
saying.
wave is like this, the wave is the opposite wave.
Like no, I know, but Sean was saying like cosine layers are the key, so I was like, I wonder if it's so different from a sine layer because it's just the opposite. But it does look very different on the screen. Like it's less like this is a cosine layer, and I can follow the twist. Then with the sine function, I can't follow the twist as well. It's like different. It's funny. It's just a different spot on the sine wave, right? Cosine starts in the middle, and a sine starts at the bottom up. Anyways, I'm into it. Fully satisfied.
I wonder.
Just offset. Cool.
I wonder if we could add like.
What are you thinking? You adding like more shapes?
Not just to duplicate the shapes that we have.
Would it be a plus equal
then? Then it's gonna be the same. No, forget about it. What I was gonna do because it's just gonna be this. We're not gonna see it because they have the same movement. We would have to kind of create another captors too and rotate it to the other side. So yeah, not too much. for now, I think I'm happy with this experiment.
Me too. Do you
So
want to
far.
add just some color to it to make it not the
Yeah, yeah. Because right now it's very like reggae-ish,
It's
which
the
I
it's
don't
the
mind,
UV
but
colors, I think,
yeah, but
which is okay, yeah, but
it's not something artistically that I would say, oh, cool.
I mean, I added very random colors to the background and and animated them in a super random way, by the way. So we can also change that if you want. Where did I do
Yeah.
that?
Okay, I'm gonna go
Gradient.
now and leave this, I think, plus Y that I had, and then we can go to the colors. Yes. So where did you create it? Here, the gradient, and then you. Oh, it's in the shape color basically that we might need to
Yeah,
do
like the
this.
gradient that I made is just for the background and it's very basic. We
Let
can bring
me
in.
see, for example, if we would have color 1 here. I'm below where we have the shape because I think eventually we will have to come here. I'm just gonna create 2 colors. Why is it? What did I do? It's black. Did I break it?
No, I don't think so. Is it just refreshing? Did I break it?
Let me comment my colors. Maybe I'm missing something.
Broke it. Let me put that. Is it?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Oh no, we have. Okay.
It was just me. I was trying to add something, but I don't think it worked.
Let me try because I think, and I feel that it was me. No, it's all good. Okay, cool. Okay, and then if you want to put that, should we use mix? I'm assuming. No, after doing ray marching all day, I'm like forgetting. I feel
The more basic stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what am I trying to do? Yes, of course, that's a big,
𝗏𝗏 though, no?
I keep forgetting.
Shape colors of 𝗏𝗏, yeah.
So that means that
you're missing. No, I think you were right to cast it.
No, wait.
But in
I
mix,
need to make them.
take a vector.
I need to make them 𝗏𝗏 as well.
And then you add maybe an alpha, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how to. And now maybe.
Hey.
Yeah. Not so bad.
Pretty.
Okay. And now you can tweak the colors if you want. So here.
Okay. I'll do number 2.
I wonder if we use, but I like the gradient, I guess. Oh, we could use time in one of the, yeah, maybe here. Sorry, just for a second, I'm just.
Maybe a time.
Yeah,
maybe a time. Yeah. Why does it go so far to the red? Let me turn that red down.
No, I don't think it's. No, I don't think you have to go there. Or, yeah, okay. I think it's more. I'm gonna remove it first to see. First, the colors that we have.
What happened to the background? Did we take the background?
Ah, yeah. What happened to the background? No. Let me remove my mix. Hold on. Because I wonder if when I did this, maybe I killed your background. I have no idea. No? Where's your background?
I don't know. If I do ray direction.x plus fine U-time, that should give us a color. Okay.
Yeah, like slightly blue that appears
that zooms
from
in
one
and out.
side.
Plus ray direction.
Because you had this yellow gradient, right? So
Yeah, I was trying to get like the average. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me do this. This was the original that we did on our last one.
Oh, okay. And maybe change there
And
to
then we'll change
yellow.
colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then at time, if you wanted
Yeah.
to move the background,
And it
because then I
disappeared.
can put. Oh, wait, it disappeared again? Sorry then.
No, just like if I add another color, then the background disappears because it's on the y-axis. Well, maybe for right now, I'll just make the background a solid color anyways, because if we're doing gradients on our shapes, maybe we don't need a background that's like also a gradient. Just for like, I don't know, yellow. My staple color. Actually, I don't mind this yellow. Usually, is it hurting your eyes though? If it
No.
hurts people's eyes, I'll change it. Cool.
No.
Okay,
And then I
and
wanted to try
so
to put time. Oh, what if I put it in the shape of the color actually?
yeah, because then the gradient will shift, no?
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, exactly. From 1 to 0.
Why is it? Oh yeah, okay, that works.
Yeah,
Then
but
it
it
goes
goes across
into this
like
weird
different
state.
palettes.
What is
I
happening right now?
think it's because we have to do something like this maybe.
I think I was gonna say it's the opposite. I think the sine function, if we slow it down, it won't go so far.
No, now it's good. Now it is not so far. You see, it just goes to
Yeah,
pastel
exactly.
to dark.
Perfect. So
This is
why?
what I've discovered when I'm like,
I do it the opposite way. I
yeah.
times it by 0.5, but it comes out to the same.
Ah, okay. And me
Or I
sometimes
plus it 0.5.
I plus some integral until I find like the spot in between that I like before the scene time.
Wait, that's alpha. Why am I meant to do
Yeah.
RGB. RGB? Am I changing the colors at all? That's very okay. Yeah, it's kind of changing.
Yeah, it's changing. Yeah.
No. Wait, 5. Yeah. Does that work? I feel like did we do lights? We didn't do lights, did we?
Lights? What do you mean?
Lighting. We didn't add lighting to our scene. We just put a shape in, right? We just have camera and rays. Yeah, we didn't do lights. Okay. So I was like, wait, we should have shadows, but we're not doing that today. That would
No,
be a
but we
little
can
bit
try that
much, I think.
another day.
Next time,
But
definitely.
we can, for example, if you want, we can make the background gradient as well.
Yeah, I would be into that. If you feel like
I'm gonna
if you feel like
your
it.
color is already yellow, right?
Yeah.
For C3.
I had trouble adding a gradient earlier. That's why I gave up. I put a solid color.
And then back 4. Is it white 1? Yeah, white is 1, right? And black is 0? Or
yeah.
Is the thing that
But when I tried to mix it, as soon as I added a second color, the whole background went back to white. That's why I was like, wait a minute, there's something weird happening.
Mix it, drink.
Not to push you to go into lighting today, but a basic shading can be done with the dot product. Ooh. Sean is giving us a clue. Dot product. Dot product is the angle of a vector, if I'm not mistaken.
And what is the dot product, by the way?
It's an angle. It's the angle of a vector. But the dot product is apparently like a key to doing simple shading. But or do you have the normal yet? No, we don't. We are not there yet.
Wait a second.
We normalize, but we don't have the normal. That's different.
Okay.
That's another thing. I think that's for another day.
Okay, yeah, because
like these are terms that I've definitely played with this in Unity, but I don't know how to do that in like raw GLSL shaders.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
because in Unity they give you a template.
But I have a question. Is it easier because you don't need to code? You have like the UI that helps you to navigate through this, or?
No, it's not. I don't think. I mean, there is definitely this thing called shader graph. I don't use it though. I like to like handwrite my code, to handwrite my shaders because it makes more sense to me. When you do it with the graphic user
Mm.
interface, you have to reverse think the way that you would think when you're writing the code. No, in Unity, it's just that you get this the way that you write your shaders. There's like this whole kind of thing that you write that kind of encapsulates your shader, that
Mm-hmm.
you define the normal and you get your world position and you understand where your camera is. Unity has a special shader language that gives you a lot of the things from your screen in the same way that in 3JS you would send in like uniforms, for example.
Ah, okay, 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 okay.
So you
Ah,
can
that's how.
use,
Okay,
but
interesting.
it's like a game engine, so it gives you a lot of stuff that you just have easy access to in a way that 3JS doesn't.
Mm. Ah,
And I
okay.
think in 3JS is like, yeah, dot product is more complicated than the normal, but we'll get there. That'll be for
Mm.
we have clues. We need to
Yeah,
figure out how to add a
exactly.
normal. That'll be for next time,
Mm.
and then we can get the dot product. Dot product is the angle of a vector, basically. I'm like super simplifying it, and yeah, then we'll get to lights. But I do remember from a workshop I did with Shar where we did do lighting.
Yeah, me too.
It
But
was a while
I
ago.
mean, I remember the workshop, but the code,
It was a while ago. Yeah,
yeah,
but we
I
definitely use the
remember.
dot. But yeah, we should definitely do one stream where we talk about the normal, and so I can explain like the difference between normalizing and what like the normal is,
Mm.
or what a normal is, I should say. But yay, okay.
I couldn't get the grading either because I put white, I guess. But
That's okay.
I
We
like
have
the
we have some
yellow.
we're very on theme. I don't know about you guys, but it's Easter this weekend,
Yes,
and
exactly.
for me, it's a very Easter colored shader. It's
It's
got some
very
like,
colorful.
you guys have those pips. We don't have them in France, but in Canada we had these like marshmallow baby birds. We call them pips, and they're like covered in yellow sugar, and they're so good. And so
No,
you would
we
get
don't
them
have
in a
this.
little basket with chocolate eggs.
We don't
This
have this.
shading is called Lambert shading. Oh yes, yeah, yeah. Char did a whole series, Sean. She
Yeah,
did like
char
80
is really
shaders,
good.
and then she did intro to ray marching, and then she did add the lights to your ray marching scene, and she did like a music
And using
reactive,
textures as a
and she
webcam,
did
or
webcam
webcam as a
textures.
texture, sorry.
It's great.
She's
Yeah.
really
Peeps,
advanced, I
you
have to
know
say.
Peeps. Okay, one person in the chat knows Peeps. I'm glad. Makes me
Yeah.
happy.
No, I don't know this. It's not
I'll
here
try
in
and find
Germany
a
popular.
picture for you so you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could find them. No, and I had to console myself with Halo top instead today. I told you,
Ah,
and
okay.
all of the chocolate. Okay. Did you
But
want to
yeah,
add anything to this scene? Are you
no,
happy?
I think I'm happy. I'm really happy with like how far we came. I mean, it's Ray marching and we haven't touched it like in half a year together.
Totally.
So I'm really happy. Like in 2.5 hours, we got to have at least our two shapes, some color.
And and we figured out how to morph shapes too with the
Exactly, and
cosine
that too,
layering.
because that's why you don't see the shape as it should be, just because I find it more fun that we morph it
Yeah,
instead of um,
I love that.
having the normal
Like melting.
shape from Inigo. So
Melted. But we're gonna definitely figure out normals and lighting because you know why? When we do that, Alicia, we will
mm.
get to play with true iridescence.
Yeah, exactly, like you,
So
Sean. That
we're
I
gonna
cannot say
get
your
we're
I
coming
cannot
for
say
you,
your
Sean.
name.
Yay!
So, but yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
happy with our Easter theme.
Easter themed shader.
Makes me happy. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. I think we're
Thank
gonna
you.
like tune out soon because we have been
It's
here yet for,
8:30 here. Yeah.
and I want to go out
But
before
if for
my
those of you who came, yeah.
time is gone.
Oh yeah, you can still go outside. It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Before
but
curfew.
yeah, for those of you who came in late, there will be a replay, obviously, but most of it is just us debugging a blank screen. So, no pressure. But
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
probably edit. I might edit some of that out for.
Yeah, I think leave a little
Of
bit
course.
off because some people
Yeah.
can in YouTube when they watch replay they can go forward. So
Do
just
we want to
leave a little of the struggle for some people to see that is
yeah,
sometimes,
of course, it's
I think
important.
it was nice
Definitely.
that the way that we debugged this thing and it turned out to be a semicolon for like
That's really
20 minutes, like, where is our mistake?
Do
So
we before we go, do we want to announce anything?
yes, I totally forgot about it, you see. So we have
Yeah.
a big announcement, people. So actually, for the
We have
ones that
another guest
that
coming.
that stay or that came, so you should announce it because it was like thanks to you we're having this guest actually this time.
Well, we talk about this person a lot on the stream, and we rely on their resources a lot. In fact, we call one of their greatest works our Shader Bible. Next time we stream, we're going to be streaming with Patricio in the Book of
Yay!
Shader.
That's
He's
their
going to be on in
surprise.
2 weeks with us, so I'm really excited. Um, and I know Alethea is too, and I know
I'm
he's looking
very
forward to it
excited.
as well. So, yeah,
I'm trying to look at the camera, and because I watch every time I talk, sometimes I'm looking at my screen and then I'm thinking, oh, people actually is in the camera, so I
yeah,
have to
yeah,
think back
totally.
because I don't have it
But
where
yeah,
my laptop is. But yeah, it's gonna be exciting to have Patricio pick his
definitely.
brain the next
Yeah.
session. So bring in your
Yay.
questions if you come and
Yeah, come
join
with
us.
questions. Come say
So
hi.
yeah,
Everyone's looking forward to it so far. So yeah, in 2 weeks' time.
yeah.
Well, we'll re-announce it, and if you
Got my pixel spirit. Like yeah, me too. I got it
yeah,
like 2 weeks ago. Finally,
I'm so
like
glad. I've been seeing him repost a lot of them on Instagram. It makes me so
yeah,
happy.
yeah. I was very happy that it took like 2 months almost. By the way, for me,
Yeah.
a
Wow,
long time. So
that's crazy.
yeah,
No, but they're so fun to play with, and
yeah.
especially I think because you have your knowledge of shaders already, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
nice to see the different way of
Mm-hmm.
thinking and stuff. Anyways,
Yeah,
I don't want to keep you because you have like 20 minutes to go outside, but yes,
yeah,
we will re-mention it, of course, on our different platforms and in the newsletter. So, but yeah,
yeah.
in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Yeah, and check our website. Probably we're gonna put there as well, like
Oh,
the a
definitely.
little
Yeah.
calendar, and you can see it there, like the exact date and the time, which is gonna be the same as today, the afternoon.
Yeah.
So thanks for
All
being here,
right.
everybody.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and hanging out with us.